What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys checking in. We're in here in a Tuesday. We appreciate you guys rocking with us, but we got more game film to go after. There's a big name yesterday that was released, basically a cap casualty. He was cut from the Bengals. Germaine Pratt. We're going to go and dive into his game film. It's one of those things where whenever there is a position that has some question marks on this roster and it's the player is good enough or has brought enough to their previous team that maybe we want to dive into it. Maybe we want to take a look. Is it worth bringing them on? Because we have enough salary cap to continue to make some moves. And we all know the linebacker position, we got a lot of question marks. And so I think this player potentially could have an impact, but at the end of the day, you guys could be the judge as well. We're going to break down his game film. I went through 2 different games, one week 10 of last year, another week 16 last year. Week 10 was against the Kansas City Chiefs. If we do potentially look at him and bring him on, he'll see them twice. Week 16 was against the Denver Broncos. And as you guys know, the Chiefs, very good interior offensive line. Being a linebacker, you got to mess with them all day long. So it's good to kind of review that game film. And the Denver Broncos have a very good offensive line, a good run game. They rely on that run game, especially having a mobile quarterback. Definitely a good game to kind of break down, given the fact that he'll see the Broncos twice if we do decide to bring him on. So got those 2 game films, got about 40 plays to go through. So we're gonna have some fun. Get your popcorn, get your drinks ready. We're gonna rock out and enjoy this one. But man, I'm here with my guy Chris, Protect the Shield podcast. Severe will be able to pop in just a little bit later. He's got some stuff going on, but at the end of the day, man, we can't wait for Severe to jump in here as well. I'll get to the chat in just a second, but I gotta say what's up to my guy Chris. What's happening, man? How you feeling?
Man, what's good, man? What's good? Glad to be back, man. I'm sad I missed the Sunday show. You guys were cooking as usual,
We missed you.
Man. It was all good, man. But yeah, you guys were definitely cooking, and yeah, I'm glad, man. Glad we can talk some ball again. Salute to you. Salute to my boy Severe. He's on his way. So salute to everybody in the chat, man. Hit that like button for us.
Absolutely, man. We're going to get to the chat in just a second. But yeah, we went over Alice Kappa. If you guys weren't able to see it, go check out that one. We basically broke down. It was roughly around 47 plays of last year. I also clipped his injury that a lot of people said was plaguing him. And that injury was nasty. And sometimes it takes a while to kind of get over that, and it can linger. And so maybe that is affecting him. But we did break down one of his last games of last season, and that's probably what you're going to get out of him, unless we see some massive improvement. And I think at the end of the day, myself, Severe, we kind of said, look, as a backup, okay, veteran presence, that's fine. At this point, I'd rather see Dylan Parham starting than Alice Kappa, unfortunately, but based on that game film. And so, Chris, I don't know if you're able to see much of it, but I'll give you kind of the floor for just a second. What's your thoughts on Alice Kappa? And do you think that because rumors are now basically spreading that it's him and Carlos Rogers, our 3rd round rookie, are now battling? And so if a rookie doesn't make it, then there's a chance Alice Kappa might be the starter. So, man, what's your quick thoughts on that before we jump into the game film?
Yeah, it's tough, man. I think it's just a big gamble. He's a veteran. I mean, he's played some good ball before. Spy Tech apparently trusts him. Brady, I'm sure, has something to do with it as well because he played with him. It's tough, man. It's tough because we just don't know which version of him he's gonna get. He showed. Last year he was just terrible. But his injury was real, like you said. Like his injury is legit. How can he bounce back from the injury? Who knows? So yeah, it's tough to say either way. I would love for the rookie just to, almost be kind of like how Glaze was, just right off the bat, just show some promise. But let the best man win. If nothing else, I think Kappa seems to be a good locker room guy, a good leader. So if nothing else, he can help, guide some of these guys and hopefully mentor them.
And look, to your point, right? He could be a very good veteran. I just hope he's not the starter because Severe and I, when we were kind of on Sunday, we did a little research. He's the 2nd highest paid offensive lineman on our roster. which is crazy.
Yeah.
But look, we kind of broke down that film. If you guys missed it, go ahead and check out that Sunday live. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you can. We definitely appreciate it. I got my guy Chris, Protect Show Podcast. I'm 805 Raider, Real Talk Raider Nation. You're in the Raider War Room. Severe is always with us, but we run a little bit late. He's got some stuff to do. Shout out to his little one, apparently, little kindergarten graduation, man. Gotta love it.
Graduation, man. It's a big deal.
Big deal,
Yeah.
man. Anytime you can hit that milestone, it's a big deal. And
Yeah, get that paper. You know what I'm saying? Get that little diploma.
My oldest, she graduated high school last year, and I celebrated her graduating kindergarten the same way I did high school. I'm serious. It's just like once you hit that milestone, you're like, damn, at least I got them to this point. Let's just keep moving. So, shots to Severe, man. He's gonna pull up. Let's say what's up to the chat, man. Raider Pete, your first one in the building. What's happening, man? I appreciate you rocking with us. Robert Pena in the building as well. Appreciate you pulling up. Marcus Banks in the building. What's happening? The 805 Raider in the building. What's going on, man? Appreciate you. I'm not bueno. What's happening? What's going on, Nab, man? Appreciate you pulling up. Hey, man, I hope you were doing a kind of a Venmo or just kind of a you're trying to help somebody, a family, get to their kid's graduation. I believe they were or graduation or ceremony coming out of the military. I hope it all worked out, man. Shout out to you, man, for just putting that together. What's going on, Jeff? Guys, make sure you guys go hit up Jeff's channel. Make sure you guys go show some support over there, as well as Raider Show family, man. I know you go live as well, Nab, man. Make sure you guys go over there and
fire.
Show some support over there. Jason Downs, man, with changing up the picture again. God damn it, man. By the end of this live, it's going to be a different picture for Jason. I know it. You're going to distract me from breaking down some film. What's up, Rosetown? What's going on, man? Mark, what's happening? Appreciate you pulling up. You guys are flying. Chewy, what's going on, man? I know you started your channel too, guys. Make sure you guys go hit up Chewy as well. Show some support over there. Give him some subs. Chris, for Raiders, what's going on, man? Guys, show some love over there.
What's going on, man?
Show some support.
They're the hardest working men in showbiz, man.
They're always on there.
Always. Salute to them, man.
I love it. I love it. They do one live, and it's like 5 of ours put together, man. So they on it. And what's going on, man? Appreciate you pulling up with us. Good seeing you in Bakersfield, man. Eric G, what's going on? Appreciate you pulling up. Eric, I shot you an email back just so you got it, but I appreciate you pulling up. Yoshi, what's going on?
Yoshi.
Good seeing you. Let's see. Man, people keep flying in here. I got to make sure I get to everybody before we jump into the film because, man, once I do, it's hard to look at the chat, to be dead honest. What's happening, my two?
Salute to all y'all, man.
Absolutely. Raider Hawaii, man, I shot you an email too, man. I appreciate you. Hopefully you got it. Man, Lunatic in the building. What's going on, man?
Oh, what up, Lone?
Man, Lunatic, where's the other account? Chris wasn't here on Sunday,
I saw it. I saw it. That was fire, man. Yeah. Lunatic's hat got an account. That's fire, bro. That's fire.
Got his own account. Make sure you guys go hit up Lunatic's channel, Raider Agents, and hit up RaiderVision.com, VIZION, man. Fire content on that website. Make sure you guys go hit it up. What's happening, SoCal? What's happening? Appreciate you. Alec M in the building as well. Man, you guys are pulling up. When we go through this,
in the building.
And real quick, it was who was it? It was Jason Downs, man. I know you jumped in here with your ABC and cab. When we break down film, I'm not doing any of the stardom, bench 'em, cut 'ems, all that stuff, man. It's just cutting up film and doing that at the same time. It's a little too much. Plus, I think cutting up film and breaking down some of these players is damn important. So definitely want to dedicate all the time to that. So, because you know how it is. When we do a start and bench and cut them, man, we could take 30, 45 minutes just talking about that.
Right.
So I definitely want to break down some film a little bit. So we appreciate everybody rocking with us. If you can't hit that like button and subscribe, we do a sub-only chat. So it just kind of lets you guys show our appreciation to all you guys out there showing that support. And so, Alec, you already kind of get into it. Adam Pratt would definitely be worth it. Much better than a Shaq Thompson. We're about to go over the film. And you guys be the judge. I'll give you my feedback. Chris will give you your feedback, our feedback. But definitely want to get yours as well. So as we go through it, remember, hit that hashtag Raiders. If you have a comment to the play or a question or what have you, hit that hashtag Raiders. It just allows me to kind of see it and it catches my eye. I don't want to miss any comments. So if you can, please hit that hashtag Raiders. But the way go ahead.
And let us know what you guys, see on the film as well. We might miss something. We want to get you guys' takes. We, again, like Severe always say, man, we got the smartest and brightest chat, in Raider YouTube, man. So, we really value what you guys, see for the most part, unless you guys like AOC or something, or I can.
Where's Jeff?
I know. Actually, I don't know. I convert might be all right. We'll see. But salute to all y'all. Just make sure you guys, put a hashtag in the comments and let us know, what you guys think about him as well.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate it. And yeah, Jason, get those notes out when we rock. And what's happening, Billy Davis? I see you in the building. And Herman, what's going on? What's going on?
Hey, Billy, man. Salute to Billy. I know last time I saw you, I think you were about to reunite with your fam, man. So I hope that's going well, my guy. Salute to Billy.
Make sure that happens.
Yeah.
Herman, man, I don't know if you're new. If you guys are new, hit that hashtag new one just so we know. I don't know whether or not if you're new, but man, or you might switch up your account. I don't know, but man, I appreciate you rocking with us.
Herman, salute you, man.
Hey, look at Chris, the super chat, man. Hey, it's just but he's looking, but hey, he's coming with
local
it, though.
UPS guy though. Oh man,
he's coming with it though, man.
It's all good. I look good doing it, baby.
Yeah, he does.
That's funny though. That's a good one.
He's bringing it today for this one. He's looking like a coach. That's what he's looking like. He's
ready to break down. It's we got to break this down today, man. You know
That's what we're gonna do.
See, if I would have had my Josh McDaniels visor on, then y'all would have got on me, man. Let me live, baby. Let me live.
People probably start clicking out. They'd be like, shit. Breaking down with the Josh McDaniels look. What up, Raider Rebel? What's going on, man? Make sure you guys go show some support over at his channel as well. Rebel, we're just going to break down some film, man, on Germaine Pratt. We're just going to see, look, can he help out this linebacker room? Again, you guys know if there's any question marks within a certain position group, but a player kind of it becomes available, if they're worth taking a look at, we're going to try our best to take a look at them. As a reminder, I kind of break the way I break this game film down is I lump it up to one game. The first game is against the Chiefs. It's week 10. We're going to show a lot of the passing downs first. How does he do in passing downs, passing coverage, right? What does his pass coverage look like? And then we'll look at the run coverage. How does his run support look like? One thing I will say is, what we do need is we need a linebacker that's really going to help in that passing game. Landon Roberts is going to be a good downhill linebacker. We need someone that could help out in the passing game. And so what I did was not only did I look at the run support, but I really tried to take a focus on can he help in the passing game as well? Because I do think that's kind of where we could bring in some competition with Devin White. And so that's kind of what I kind of kept my eye on. So I lumped it up. A lot of passing downs first and then running downs. And the second game is going to be against the Denver Broncos. So I did see Derek Harris. What's going on, man? Man, I appreciate you, man. Longtime supporter. Good seeing you in the building, man.
Hold on,
and
Derek.
my two with the super chat.
Delivering.
With the
right
super
to the
chat.
front door.
Love it. There it is. Starting out right. And with that being said, we're going to jump into the field. Remember, hit that hashtag Raiders if you got something for the clip or a question for us or just a comment. Hit that hashtag Raiders again so I can bring it up. But hey, if you guys just enjoy us chopping up some film, chop it amongst yourselves. But at the same time, man, if Piano Man comes in here, you guys make sure you guys put him in check a little bit. He was playing a little rough last time.
Oh, yeah, okay. Put him in
check. He's getting a little loud last time.
Yeah, don't kick him out at the beginning though. Let him live a little bit. Then kick him out.
Exactly. Yeah, just give him a second.
Yeah.
Just give him a second. All right. I'm gonna share this screen. Gotta make sure we get it right.
Let's get it.
Perfect. Okay, remember, hit that hashtag Raiders, guys, if you got something for it. But look, again, we're going against the Chiefs. This is a 2-point conversion. Just keep in mind, obviously, he's gonna be matching up. And I tried to pick a couple games. Not only are they division rivals, but also you're gonna go against Travis Kelce twice a year. You're gonna go against the Denver Broncos that now have the tight end? Ingram from the Jags.
Yeah,
I believe they brought him over. So he's going to be facing some good tight ends, and I got to see his work against some tight ends. I also got a little bit of a couple of the clips against some decent tight ends just to kind of see, how he does. But let's start it out. This first clip, again, look, after a touchdown and it's a 2-point conversion, he's up here, up top, does a pretty good job dropping down into his own coverage on the goal line, 2-point conversion. You see him move to the motion. Does a decent job just staying on his hip.
Yeah. There's plenty times last year that our linebacker would have got lost. He would have got lost in the shuffle.
And what I like is if you watch the way he passes off receivers, right? There's a receiver that crosses his face. I'd like to see him be a little more physical with that receiver crosses his face.
Say, bump him off his route a little bit.
Right here. If you could just kind of give him just a little bit of a shoulder, reroute him just a little bit.
Yeah.
But the good thing is he doesn't funnel back inside with him.
Yeah.
That's what Patrick Graham wants. You can see his head. He wants Germaine Pratt funnel inside with this guy here. Travis Kelce knows I'm going to sit, bang, hit him, his touchdown.
Yep.
That's what they do. But what he did was Germaine Pratt knew I got help on the inside. Let me pass this guy on. And I know Travis Kelce is probably his number one target. Let me get to his hip as quickly as possible. And he got to him quick too.
Perfect. That's perfect. It's perfect. That's exactly where Mahomes was looking too. That was his read.
Exactly. And so again, we're kind of going over pass coverage with Germaine Pratt, and we're going to go over his run defense as well. So Germaine Pratt, he's at top here. Again, just decent zone coverage. It looked like Cincinnati liked to run a lot of zone. And so you didn't really see him a lot in man-to-man coverage. That's kind of what I wanted to see. Some clips that did show him in man-to-man was very basic. Joe Burrow or the quarterbacks ended up running the other way. And so it wasn't really a good gauge how he was in man coverage. But he's at the top here. He's going to drop into kind of a zone. Again, hit that hashtag Raiders, guys, if you got something. But a good job just kind of sticking to his hip. Not getting lost in the mix a little bit. Gets to his hip. Mahomes obviously has pressure, but it's good just being able to find the guy in zone and get to his hip. All right.
Yeah, I like that. That was and I like as soon as Mahomes was out of his little drop, he was already coming up. If you watch him, Pratt. I mean, you could tell he was reading Mahomes as well.
Correct. And I'll get a little end zone view as well.
Yeah, soon as Mahomes planted that foot, he's coming up.
He's here.
Bam.
Just to his hip.
Yeah.
So I'll take it. And look, sometimes when you're unnoticed is when you're actually doing your job. And this is why breaking down film and looking at it is really good, because I think some of the knocks on him was that he wasn't very good in coverage. And now I didn't go through all 17 games, but I went through enough. I went through about 4 games, but these are the 2 games I really wanted to clip because they're division rivals. But he did actually fairly well in the passing game, literally looking at every single play. So Kelce is Mahomes' first read every play. Yeah, without question. And that's the key to Kelce.
Not so much last year, though. Yeah, not so much last year.
That's true. Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, Kelce's always in that vicinity as to where he wants to go.
Oh yeah, especially in the red zone, for sure.
And so Derek Harris saying great awareness. Chew, you got that hashtag Raiders. He trusts his team around him, and he's not trying to do everybody's job. He's just doing his. Yes, and that's on the previous play, exactly. And so we'll kind of jump into another pass play where he kind of drops into coverage. Now, look, this is the end of half. All right, so just preface this. One thing when I watch film, I always try to pay attention. What's the down and distance? What's the situation in the game? That's why the very first clip, I knew it was a 2-point conversion, right? So you just kind of want to know those things as you're watching the game. But this is the end of the half, right? You want to make sure you keep everything in front of you. And so you have him at the top of the screen. My only thing is just don't go for the pump. You don't need to.
Yeah.
End of the half. You don't need to come up strong on Patrick Mahomes. Let him run it. Let him get past the line of scrimmage, break down. don't give him the sideline. Don't let him get out of the bounds, stop the clock.
Tackle, keep him in, yeah.
You know, one of the best things you can do in this situation is get upfield, force him back inside where all the help is.
Yeah.
Make the tackle.
Sideline, if nothing else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Keep the clock running.
What down was that?
That was I think this was actually 3rd and long. Yeah, it's 3rd and long.
Okay. Well, I'm not tripping in. If that's 3rd and long, I'm not tripping right there.
No. And at the same time, though, if you can't keep him to the help, if it's 3rd and long, you never know if they're going to try to go for it on 4th. And I believe there's about 30 seconds left. So
yeah,
to me, I don't know what their timeout situation was because you can't see it on the L22. But at the end of the day, keep them in bounds. Don't go for that pump.
Yeah. And where were they at again? What was the where on the field? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Opposite end.
Yeah.
And so
keep them in.
My two, what's going on, man? I appreciate the super chat as well. Appreciate you rolling with us, man. Okay, let's go. So this is another zone drop here. He's sitting down here. You got a 3x1. So basically trips at the top of the screen. You also have a single receiver down below. Here's the thing is whenever you have trips as a linebacker, the first thing you want to notice or you want to identify is where's the running back, especially if your responsibility is opposite of the trip side. So he's down here opposite the trip side, running back's away. And so depending on what this receiver does, most of the time defenses will put this corner on an island and he'll be locked up one-on-one. And so anytime a linebacker that's away from the trip side and you don't have a running back to your side, if this receiver does not cut in early and he does extend down the play, the one thing you want to do is open to the field side and help with anything coming across the field. And he does a pretty good job at it. So you got motion coming in, running back, he opens up to the field side. He's able to close on a threat coming from the opposite side. So it's actually played perfectly. This is what you expect from a linebacker opposite of the strength side, opposite of the trips. To him staying here, you got Rashid Rice that does a deep end. He does a good job. Just close. You'll take that from a linebacker on the opposite side of the play.
Yeah,
that awareness.
Yeah, leave another down.
So a lot of times you'll get linebackers, and this is why I kind of pointed out. Yeah, man, I appreciate the super chat, man. Let's see. Can you put up a word for the Venmo at the end of your show? The verify. Yeah. Okay. So now, man, if you can put the Venmo person, I think it was Veronica. If you could put her Venmo in the chat.
Yeah.
With the last 4, the 1834. If you could put that in the chat, please do so, man. I appreciate you doing that. I shot them a little bit of a Venmo yesterday, and so when you were live on, so yeah, put her Venmo in the chat plus the 1834, and people, if you can, definitely do it, man. Appreciate that. So, and the reason why I bring this one up is because a lot of times linebackers will overcommit to this single receiver, and what happens? That allows that inside route.
Yep.
You pop that you pop that route real quick, and now they have running room up the seam. So I'll play it one more time. Just good awareness. As soon as he knows this receiver is going to get depth, he turns his attention inside, and he can close.
Yeah, a good open field. Yeah, good open field tackle.
So just good awareness. I like that from the opposite side linebacker. Another pass play. And again, guys, we'll go into the run. So he's up here in the middle. Now, the thing is that he kind of played a lot. He played sometimes, depending on how the formation was and the way that the defense shifted, he did find himself playing more middle linebacker, but he also played outside and locked up on tight ends. And so he's very versatile. Again, he's here in the middle. And to me, it's just good discipline to the running back. You see him stay honest.
Yeah. Yep.
And helps him close
and make the tackle. 4th down.
We'll play it again. There's a lot of linebackers that would hesitate once they see the fake handoff. They'll hesitate, then they're late to get there. But he continued to extend, knowing that 1, that's my responsibility. But 2, Mahomes is mobile. He can move around.
Right. Right.
You got to stay with your responsibility. You did a damn good job of it. P-Ring, what's going on, man? Appreciate you pulling up. We'll play it one more time. Sees the motion.
Boom.
Gets out there.
Out there. Yep. Stayed home just enough. Yeah. Yep. And that's just all awareness. You know, that's just reading and reacting.
And the other thing that I want to point out is I'm not bueno, man. Good discipline, 100%. Look at his attack lane. He understands where his help is. A lot of linebackers, they might overrun it just slightly, allows that cutback just slightly underneath them. Then he takes his corner out. He takes his help out. And now the running back's just going to walk in the end zone because he didn't stay to his side. He didn't attack at an angle that allows his help, which is the outside corner, to take on the other side. So he does a great job of taking on that blocker that's in front on the inside shoulder to force that ball carrier to the help or even to the sideline. If you see here, he makes sure that he takes on that lead blocker. He still has inside leverage, allows that corner to either take that outside shoulder. If that running back wants to make a move and get to the outside, now that corner can use the 12th man, which is that sideline, and run his ass out of bounds.
Yeah.
It's a great approach, a great angle to the point of attack. We'll play it one more time. We'll move on. It's a great job. You stop him short of the goal line. Cannot complain about that. Now, this is a screenplay. I'll let it run through. It's a screenplay in front of him. He is down here, so he's right here. Just when, baby, you're saying he's an upgrade on what we currently got at linebacker. Yeah, we got a lot more clips, man. So at the end, remember, I don't just show the good. There is bad too. So I show both. All right. So just so you guys know, it's just coincidence that it's good first. I'm just saying. Chewy,
and against the Chiefs. Put a nice touch on it.
Exactly. He says, yep, seems that defensive team really has good chemistry and trusts each other, something our Raiders have been lacking with the coaching changes. Yeah, and here's the thing is that sometimes it's good to watch all of the game film, not just highlights or clips or what have you, because sometimes your play struggles if you don't have help around you. For example, right? Sometimes if you have a strong defensive line, they take up some double teams, they free you up and you can fly. Or sometimes you have crap defensive linemen in front of you and they get double teamed, they get driven back.
Right.
And now they just get driven down the field right into you.
Right.
It's tough. A lot is determined on the help around you as well. But communications is key, and I do have some clips on just how well he communicates, and you can tell he's a leader on this defense. So, and Chewy, the rest of you guys, I appreciate you guys hitting that hashtag Raiders because, man, remember, it just catches my eye. So he's down here, a little good pursuit on a screenplay. Gets downfield.
Makes the tackle, gets him down.
And this is one of the hardest things to do. The screen's on the opposite side of the field. So now you're trying to get there. You're trying to get there with some urgency, but at the same time, you can't allow him to cut back where he has all the field to play with. And so you got to come in basically under control, but it's one of the hardest things to do when you know they can cut back underneath you. So he's got to know where his help is, stay under control. He basically gets off the blocker here and just secures the tackle. Again, I'll take that from the opposite linebacker.
Oh, yeah.
Away from the play.
Yeah.
So let's go. All right. So here's another pass play. This is where it's tough. You see signs of this. I'm not saying it's all the time because there's actually a clip where you kind of see a little bit of speed. It's later in the season, but this is one concern. Again, I didn't go through all 17 games, but you saw this a little bit. Is just I'm little question marks on his speed, right? Patrick Mahomes steps up, he's got to chase him, and he just doesn't get there. You want to see a linebacker,
and bad angle.
You want a linebacker that's going to be able to chase down Mahomes.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, Chris, to your point.
He should have been running down the 40, like down the 40-yard, like boom, run down to 40. Like that, he shouldn't have came up. That was just a bad angle for real. But you're right, his speed is definitely lacking.
So there is another clip that his speed looks a little bit better. So I don't know which one it is. It's tough. But again, Mahomes isn't fast. He's elusive. So if you can't chase down Patrick Mahomes, and we're the idea of bringing you in is more for that pass coverage type of linebacker, that guy that can roam, because Landon Roberts is going to be our downhill linebacker, our true run stopper. You want to see him have just a little more agility. But again, I'm not saying that it's bad, but you better catch Patrick Mahomes from behind. You can't let Patrick Mahomes outrun your ass. That definitely has some question marks in it. Raider Hawaii, I think he'd be the best linebacker on our roster. I do think Landon Roberts kind of has the edge a little bit, but
it's more athletic.
But they do have their own sets of traits that set them apart a little bit, and you'll see it as we continue to go on. Chewy agrees with you, Chris. Bad angle. Alec M. Pratt can do well in coverage too. So, and that's the big knock on him. When I started doing research, a lot of people questioned just how well he could do, and so that's why I really took a focus on his ability to play in pass coverage. Someone likes the hat. Someone likes the hat, Chris. Chewy, cut him some slack. Mahomes got has Waddle to him. Yeah, it is a Waddle. That is true. It is a Waddle. You ain't lying. All right. Another pass play. Again, I'm going to go into the run side in just a second. Let's see. He's right here. Just a little late on the break. And so I'll show the end zone view, and you'll see Mahomes. You'll see Mahomes' eyes. So I'll do the sky view again. He's here. There's really no threat around him. So I'd like to see him be able to settle, get to his drop, settle, but then turn your eyes inside and not just cover grass. That's the hardest part when you look at defenders. You don't want them covering grass. You want them to be able to break onto the nearest threat. And so when you see him drop, so he drops, he's got threat in front of him. Everybody clears. The corner's got the flats. So there's nothing there. This receiver's taking the top off. He's fine. You want him to be able to take his eyes inside quickly, because that's where the nearest threat is. The linebacker opposite of him does a very good job. He knows don't need the flat threat. It is first down, so you could play a little bit loose. That's fine. Corner is still playing basically that cover 2 option. The cover 2 option is basically this corner has the option to either sit underneath this corner route, or if Mahomes looks, he can come down and get the flats. So this linebacker truly is sitting in the middle of the field. He does a good job. He knows that this receiver's extending. This receiver's going to flats with corner help. So he looks inside instantly. That's what I'd like to see Pratt do on this one, and he's just late to it, unfortunately. So a little late. He still saw the read, but Mahomes is looking there the whole time. So I wish he would have been able to break just a little bit quicker on it and notice it. You'll watch Mahomes' helmet. You can watch his eyes. He's linked into the center of the field the whole time. He sees him. It's Kelsey. He sees him. The threat's gone here. Corner sitting in the flats. Your other receiver already cleared your zone. You're settled. Eyes have to go inside to Kelsey. And so it's not bad. Just a little late. I wish his eyes would have moved a little bit quicker, but that's okay. And then let's see. Next one. All right, where is he? I believe he is up here.
Right there. Yeah, that's him.
So this is another pass play. My note on here is just a quicker reaction to the ball. I'm going to check the chat. Remember, guys, if you can, just hit that hashtag Raiders if you got something for this. I see Chris Raiders. WifiWillie would take that. You guys are already talking WifiWillie. All right, you guys talk amongst yourselves. If you guys got something for this, I appreciate it in the chat. Hit that hashtag Raiders. My note on this, just a little, just it'd be good if you had a quicker reaction to the ball. the one thing that I've noticed, I have more clips of it, is there are times where he looks just a little lazy. I'm just going to throw it out there. There's times where it's almost as if the ball is just not in his area, or he knows he may not be able to affect it, or he maybe looks lost a little bit.
He's not flying to the ball.
He just gets a little lazy, unfortunately. Yeah. And I noticed that, not a lot, but enough to where it's definitely something to take a look at. But when I go to the end zone view, there's no other read he needs. The ball's already out.
Yeah.
He's got to fly. And his opening, if he takes off, his opening's right here.
For a second, you gotta go.
They do come up short, but I'd like to see him just kind of get involved in that play. And you see it here. So watch, Mahomes gets that ball quick, and Pratt, as soon as you see that ball fly, go. And he kind of just hesitates. He's hopping around. They're short, but I'd like to see him get involved in that. And how much would Pratt cost? I did look at the contract. They let him go. He was due $8 million this year for the final year of his contract. $8 million. We have nothing but thrift shop contracts in our linebacker room. We got the salary cap. If we want to bring somebody in, wouldn't be mad at it. Gino, what up, man? What's going on, Leo? Make sure you guys go hit up Leo's channel as well. Go hit him up. It does look like there are times he will get a little lazy. He needs to come down harder. Yes, in the box. I'll do it one more time. We'll go to the next play. You got it. Appreciate you, Alex. God damn it. Seems sometimes he anticipates incorrectly and gives up. Yeah, if he feels like he gets lost sometimes, it is. He just kind of he stands up and gets upright. You got to fly right there.
You do.
Because in that, you could be a tone setter. You could be a true tone setter. That's the big hit. That one sets the tone, but two also change momentum. Just another pass play. Again, looking a lot at his pass coverage because that's been the biggest knock on him. He's sitting down here. We'll kind of run through this one. I want to make sure I remember exactly what this one is. Oh yeah, just taking out too easy.
Yeah.
Just gets removed too easy.
Take on that blocker, man.
Yep.
Like, don't. Yeah.
I'll go the end zone view real quick. Yeah, I'll go end zone view real quick, and I'll go back to the sky view and kind of give you my thoughts. But you see him; he's right here. Ball gets out. I'll go to the sky view real quick, and here's the thing: as soon as you see the ball fly, the thing is that you got to know where all your help is, right? As a defender, you got to know where your help is. He understands that he's got a safety and a corner outside of him, and so you want to make sure either right here, put your shoulder in this guy and take him inside out.
Yeah,
right? Take him inside out.
Take him on. Yep.
Close this lane down as much as you can. You have help here, so I'll go back just a little bit. Oh, my bad. Here we go. Right here. This situation right here, you got your eyes to the sideline. You know where your help is. This is 2-on-1 right here. All you have to do is close this light right here. If you close this light, you close this lane, your guy right here should be making that tackle. So you got to come hard, put your shoulder right into this lead blocker and take out this inside lane. Bang, you got yourself a gain of 2-3 yards. But you allow the guy to kind of jump underneath instead of a 2-3 yard gain. Now it's a 7-yard gain. So again, just one last time, it's just knowing where your help is.
Right.
Got help on the inside, 3 against 1 on this might be Kelsey out here. 3 against 1 out here. Take this lead blocker on.
He got
cut
to
that inside lane.
Got to.
But he just takes the easy way out.
Yeah.
He gets removed way too easily.
Contact.
So Chewy said, but I like how he turned up that quick when he knew he lost the bump. He turns up quick, but the problem is, and I'll kind of go back up. He turns up quick, but again, you turn up quick that way because you're kind of sailing at that point.
Yeah.
You're just kind of sailing.
Yeah.
And you're not going to have much of an impact by turning back upfield that way. So All right, we'll go to the next one. He is at the top of the screen right here. On this one, just kind of my notes. He's got to kind of just get a little bit better at fighting off the block. Let me see if I remember.
Yeah. Gotta be more physical, man.
Oh, my bad. Oh, go ahead.
I'm about to say that is all. That's all pro Humphrey though. That's a bad man. That's a bad man. But still, I need you to.
It is.
Yeah.
You know, he was going against. He's going against a guard that we liked, which was that they franchise tagged. Shit, who's the Chiefs guard that they franchise tagged? Shit,
Yeah,
Chad, help us out.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the guy that I wanted. It was him, Mekhi Becton, in free agency. But hold on, there was a comment.
But that was Humphrey though. But that was the center.
That was the center. Oh, that was Creed Humphrey.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That was Creed. Yes, that's all pro. That's all pro level right there. So
yeah. So and Nab, man, you're exactly right. Right, the majority of the time when I was a defensive coordinator, because I have I played a lot of time at linebacker, so I coached a lot of linebackers. That was mainly the position that I coached, but when I was defensive coordinator, but that's the thing. Linebackers have to have the vision exactly like running backs, right? Even though linebackers a lot of times have a gap assignment, and in the zone scheme, it's a lot tougher. You're basically allowing your defensive lineman to kind of flow with the offensive line, and now you're going to seal up any open gap. And so you're absolutely right. Linebackers have to have vision just like running backs, except they need to anticipate exactly where that running back is going to cut based on the blocking scheme sitting in front of them and where your help is aligned. And so you're right. Linebackers got to play a lot like running backs as it relates to just the vision and seeing the hole. So we'll see he's here.
Right,
You'll see the end zone view.
Yeah. He didn't want no parts of Creed.
I know.
He didn't want no parts of me.
The only knock I have a little bit on this one is, he saw the ball. The good thing is, as soon as contact was made, his eyes were open. His eyes saw exactly where Isaiah Pacheco wanted to go. You just want to see him fight off that block a little bit better.
Yeah, more physical.
It'd be different if he lost him in the mix or something, but right here, he sees him.
Yeah.
His eyes are right. Everything's good. Just fight that block off a little bit. A little bit of hold. I will give him that. You see Humphrey's left hand underneath that armpit. A little bit of a hold. But
yeah.
But just want to see him fight off a little bit. But hey, the guy had 143 tackles, so he will find the football. Without question. What's going on, Cool Kev? What's happening, man? Appreciate you rocking with us. What's going on, Sacktown? I saw you, man. Want to say what's up. All right, let's go. Next one. Now we're into the run plays, guys. Just so you know, we're now into the run plays. This is Kansas City. The next game film I got is of the Denver Broncos. I love being able to kind of get clips of the goal line, because the goal line is where you separate the men from the boys a little bit, right? Now you get to kind of see the personality and just kind of what are they going to bring to the table when it comes to just kind of getting downhill and want to play in the dirt a little bit. And you got him right here. Again, run play. This is good. This is a good fill on goal line. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Gets upfield, takes on the block. I got the end zone view as well.
Yeah, I want to see this view. There you go.
He's able to track it, takes on the block. Red White said he did have double-digit in missed tackles at 19 compared to White 4 and Roberts 9. Well, White only had 15 tackles last year. So I don't know if we want to I think, are you saying last year? Let me clarify that. With Devin White, was it last year? And Roberts, I don't think Roberts played all of last season. I don't think he was a full-time starter all of last year. I got to look it up.
Yeah, I thought he was.
Was he? Okay, I might be wrong.
Yeah.
And I will say, when I'm watching the game from the hard part is you see 19 missed tackles. What I do see a lot is because the Bengals defense was not very good, there's a lot of times where he's there at the tackle, but he's getting hit by his other defenders or his other teammates because they're getting blocked into him. They're basically getting pushed down the field, and now he's not only getting blocked by the offensive lineman, but also by his own teammates, and he's still trying to make the tackle. So it was tough for him.
That is one knock that some of my Bengal friends they did say he can get a tad bit lazy at times.
And I saw it.
Yeah, they said he can get a little lazy.
And so good fill on the goal line. He gets up fill quick, which is good. This one, another run play again. We're looking on all run plays now. He's here at the top, inside linebacker. Gets upfield well. I mean, he's taking on 2 blocks, so I don't care if that running back drags you for 5 more yards, fighting off 2 blocks and making contact. It's good that you're just getting the running back down.
Yeah.
It's a really good fight to the ball carrier. I like seeing that. Chris Rader's saying linebackers need to react a little bit quicker. At times he does. Again, it's kind of going back to kind of the laziness sometimes.
Yeah.
But also there's times where he flies. Now remember, this is week 10, so kind of midway through the season. We'll play it one more time. Again, taking on 2 blocks, kind of getting into that line of scrimmage as quickly as possible. And you're going against a mean runner too. So Isaiah Pacheco ain't easy to take down.
No, he's not.
We'll play it one more time and then get to the next one. So I'll take that. When you got to take on 2 blockers and you get taken for a ride a little bit, my first question is, where's your help? You're taking on 2 blockers in the middle.
Yeah. Someone needs to be free.
Someone's got to be free.
Yeah.
In that mess. So this is a good run fill by him. So we'll kind of take a look at this one. Where is he? He is at right here. Kind of the middle of the screen.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yep, I got the end zone view as well.
Yeah.
He's right here in the middle. I'll take it on. Good vision. He sees that tackle want to basically get in his ear hole. He gets his hips, takes on the block. Still has his eyes in the backfield. And still be able to get to the running back. I'll take it. This one, he does a really good job of scraping down the line of scrimmage. So he's up here at the top of the screen. Does a good job just scraping down the line of scrimmage, making the play on the opposite side of him. I'll go end zone view. Oh, sorry. He's play side. Sorry. He's right here. Does a good job. I'll go eagle eye. The sky view does a good job as he's moving. Now he's a little late to the reaction. I'd like to see him kind of get on his toes and move a little bit quicker. But the thing is, as a linebacker, we call it a check step. But he does a good job. Gets up field quick. But as he's moving, he's continuously moving his way to the line of scrimmage. His eyes are always glued to where that running back's going. He's able to track him down. Can't complain. Keeps moving line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's a good play. That's a good play. Well, he navigated through there.
So he's here again. Eyes always stay on that ball carrier. Locates him.
That's a good play.
Yep.
That's a good play. Yeah.
And let's see. I believe this one's kind of a late, but no, on this is kind of he's kind of late to fill, but it's still, I believe it's a decent tackle. He's a linebacker right here. So
why'd he stand all the way up? It's like he hesitated. You notice that?
Exactly. And that's why he's late. That's why he's late to it. And Leo, you're saying Bengals D was a mess last season. Yeah, they were not a very good D at all. God damn it, Jason Downs.
Rosie. That's wild. I wasn't expecting
Bengals
that.
D-line is not linebacker friendly. The Bengals D-line is not linebacker friendly. That's why it's tough. You know, when you're trying to make a tackle, and you might have a lot of missed tackles because when you got a D-line and offensive line in your face, and now you see
I was about to say you got
to run back late.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's not easy. And so I'm gonna make sure I get the hashtag Raiders ones because I can't keep up with some of you guys in the chat going back and forth. This is the Chiefs as well. As much as we don't like them, Reed definitely knows how to draw some plays. They never keep it in the same. Yeah, 100%. You're going against a good offense, at least a good interior offensive line, without question. But yeah, Chris, to your point, right? And this is kind of why I clipped this one. He feels okay, but why are you standing straight up?
Yeah. It's like trust your instinct and go. Like
this ain't right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go end zone view because here's the thing: is it's tough because you see where the opening is created. You see the gap. So he's right here.
It's like he lost sight of him.
He did. And so that's the one tendency that I really don't like is if he just doesn't know where to go, he instantly gets upright and he starts bouncing. And when you bounce, you can be late to get to where you need to be if the running back is taking an angle away from you, right? Like you can get caught. If you're bouncing, that's the one thing I've never taught kind of my linebackers do is don't bounce. Because if you get caught with both your feet off the ground, you lose that half a second to plant and take off. And he just gets upright and starts bouncing, which is a little strange. But at the end of the day, good fill, 2-yard gain. You'll take it. But it's just to kind of show the tendencies. I'll go to the next one. And so here, this one, he just has to do a better job. I believe he's down here. Just got to do a better job of holding the line of scrimmage. We'll kind of go through. We'll go through the clip. I believe I have the end zone view for this one, but he's right here.
You know, he's not always so good at the contact. I feel like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like he doesn't always hold ground when against a block.
And that's why I understand, like it's a big offensive lineman. I get it.
Yeah.
But sometimes sometimes as a linebacker, you just got to make sure, just hold that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, hold your ground.
At a minimum, let the running back run the hell into the back of the offensive lineman. You know what I'm saying? And so you want to see him do a better job at that. And so, but before I continue with this one, guys, we got a celebrity in the building.
Got our dog.
And the Severe Raider is now in the building. What's happening, brother? What's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on, fellas? Father. Looking like a proud father.
Absolutely.
What's going on, man?
Make sure you guys go to Severe Raider. Make sure you hit him up. Everybody say what's up to Severe in the chat, man. And shout out, man. Shout out to your little one graduating kindergarten, man. It's a milestone.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate it, man. You know, I got
a huge milestone.
Yeah, dude was working hard, man. He's an honor roll student too, man. He was honor roll,
oh,
so yeah, man. You know, I have to buy some new cleats, man. Buy him a visor.
Together.
Yeah, I have to get him some drip, man. And now he want a back plate, so I got to get him a back plate now too. So
got to give him a back plate.
He wants that.
He about to be out there looking like Jettas.
Yeah, he about to be out there. He about to be dripped up, man.
Let's go, Rock. If you're getting blocked, you're slow, can't read body mechanics to avoid getting touched. Sometimes. Sometimes. I agree with you. But there are those situations, again, we'll kind of run this, is where, man, there are times where you just got to take on that block. Take them on, hold that line of scrimmage, and force that running back to run the back of the offensive lineman. This is a situation to where you're closing the gap. You're closing the window. Right here, just take them on.
Yeah.
But you just get removed a little too easily, which is tough.
You could tell some linemen he don't want no parts of.
Oh yeah,
you can just tell. He picks and chooses.
Yeah.
I mean, them some big boys up there, though.
Yeah, nah, man. I do think he struggles a little bit to read at times. But the one thing, the only thing I will say in just defensive linebackers, offensive schemes have gotten really good at misdirection, at kind of disguising where you want to go. If you look at some of these offensive schemes nowadays, because traditionally back in the day, as a linebacker, you read offensive linemen, right? If it's a down block, you fill. If it's a pull block, you come, you scrape down. I'm not going to say it. Chris's chat's in the building. I'm not going to say anything. But like,
you see, I've been quiet.
yeah. So like, but lineman pulls, you scrape down, right? If and lineman pulls, there's probably a play side tackle coming to basically ear hole you. Like, there's the certain mechanics and certain reads as linebackers. Now, what offensive schemes will do and offensive coordinators will do is they'll pull just to take you out of the play, and the play's going opposite direction. I do think it's been harder for linebackers just in the recent years to truly get a definite read on offensive linemen. So I'm just going to give linebackers just a little credit, or I guess a little leeway, I guess I would say. So, all right, let's see this next one. This is late in the fourth quarter. All right. And so this is where, I believe this is a situation. Again, you got to look at what the situation is in the game, the down and distance, all that stuff. And this is where I think Casey is trying to drain the clock to potentially get into field goal position to possibly win the game. And so you want to see these linebackers try to not allow KC to kind of get to the opposite side of the field and kind of keep them out of field goal range. And so I don't know what the time is left, to be honest with you, but he's at the top of the screen.
Good tackle.
It's a good fill. They're trying to drain the clock just a little bit.
Yeah.
Good fill. Good job being patient a little bit.
He jumped 2 gaps over to make that play.
Yeah, he read that. He stayed home.
And in this case, it was okay to be patient because of the blocking scheme in front of him. So for example, right, you basically have, let me go this eagle eye view, because I believe there's hold on, where is the other inside guy? Okay, yeah, so you have trips down to this side, right? It's a 3x1, and so you're tight in the box, and so you know that the only guys that are going to be able to block you is basically the center or one of these guards. That's about it. All right, and so you have that luxury right now because of you're one-on-one. You basically have interior defensive lineman, edge. They may let him go, but you have a linebacker. You're basically going to be unblocked in this scheme if it's zone away from you. And so you kind of have a little bit of leeway to be a little patient here. And to me, that's just kind of understanding the formation and what the blocking scheme might be in front of you.
Yeah.
So good patience.
I like that play. Yeah.
Now this one, he kind of misses the cutback. I want to make sure I kind of get down to the chat. Remember, guys, if you can, hit that hashtag Raiders if you can. J-Dog, as the point of contact is too high. I think you might have been talking about the previous one. It was. And again, it's because it gets that habit of kind of popping up a little bit. But I appreciate you rocking with us, J-Dog. Rafa, what's happening, man? Make sure you guys go hit up Rafa. Make sure you show some support over there, man. Appreciate you rolling with us. Raider P, you're saying Pratt doesn't have to be a captain anymore. He can play his game and bring consistent tackling on a 2-year deal. Man, at the end, once we kind of go through this, we'll definitely talk about it. But I do think, we can use some help in this linebacker room, and you guys be the judge after we kind of go through this game film. What you think? So I believe he's right here. A little bit of a misread on the cutback. We'll kind of go through it. I got the end zone view as well. You see motion. You see the opening of the read, The hard part is, again, and it was kind of, I forget who made the comment, but the misdirection can really mess with linebackers in this game now. And you see Rashid Rice, he hesitates that misdirection.
Yeah. See, with me, thing that I don't like about him, and then I mean overall, and I know we'll talk about it, but I still feel like sometimes he's not afraid of contact, man. But it's like if you're gonna go that way, then go balls to the wall.
Yeah.
When I say that.
Yeah.
Go all out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna go, just go.
Exactly.
It's like, it's almost like he didn't want no smoke with who's that, Trey? Yeah, he wants smoke with
a right tackle.
Well, who's 65? What's 65?
Who's the guard that we liked? Severe.
Yeah, that's Trey Smith, right?
It's Trey Smith.
Yeah.
Trey Smith,
yeah. I feel like he like he didn't want no smoke with him, man.
And so here's the thing is I don't understand. I don't know. I'm not going to claim to know exactly what their defensive scheme is here. But the thing is you have a tight end. Tight end's going to block down. Even if Rashid Rice at the snap comes back this way, yes, Mahomes can fake that handoff and you can kind of boot out. But you still have your corner on the outside. This receiver goes in motion. So now you have your corner left as well as your safety on top. So you don't have to get to the backside extremely quickly because the only help you need is quarterback help. Your assignment is now the quarterback. It's not Rashid Rice going in the flats. This receiver goes away. Corner doesn't go with them. And so we'll kind of see it completely play out. You're in a zone. Corner steps down. You're in a zone coverage now. So we'll kind of go through. Even if Mahomes fakes this handoff, corner picks up flat defender. You can still step down, watch for cutback. But even if Mahomes keeps that ball, you got plenty of time to recover and go get Mahomes in the backfield. Plenty of time. And so I'd like to see him commit more to this cutback than anything.
And he was going there, but it was almost like he was avoiding the contact.
It's one of the situations where he ain't trying to get earholed by Trey Smith right there. Like
That's what I'm saying.
Like right here,
he didn't want no parts of that.
He gonna get a clean shot on a smooth because like nobody got any hands on Trey Smith at all. So it's like he's gonna get a smooth those shots when you get hit in the side in your ear. Oh my God! Especially when you're not expecting it. It's like.
And honestly, that's the first thing I saw. I'm like, he just didn't want no smoke.
Now he saw that. He's like, bro, he running free. No, I'm good.
Not me.
That gonna be that. I will not end up on IR on this play.
But it's another opportunity for him to set the tone. You know what I'm saying? It's another opportunity for him to come downhill hard. Bang! It opens up. Yeah, he may not have wanted anything to do with Trey. I don't know. But we'll run it one more time. But he had the opportunity to come and close and get that cutback lane. You can be late to go and get Mahomes. You got all the help over here. That's fine. Be late to Mahomes.
Yeah.
Be there for the cutback. So let's see. We got a couple more from the KC game, and then we're going to be getting into the Denver game. And so this one, my notes, let's see. I believe he's down here. My notes, he needs to have a quicker run, Phil, but I don't think, I said it's not his fault. Let me see. Okay. It's better on the end zone view. It's tough. You'd like to see him get the line of scrimmage a little bit quicker, but I think this is more actually this defensive lineman's fault right here. But you see Pratt right in the middle.
Yeah, see, that dude, that dude is, he don't want no smoke with Trey Smith. Y'all trying to put this on Pratt. Whoever that D tackle is, he don't want nothing to do with Trey Smith. He don't want nothing to do with Trey. Trey Smith is taking his cornbread, taking his cocktail fruit, taking his little cookie you get from the commissary. He making him sleep on the bottom bunk. He making him sit down when he use the bathroom. He don't want nothing to do with this dude at all. And Pratt is like, bro, what y'all this on me? I got this dude coming at me full speed. And he doing, boy's doing stuff like how we was looking at Kappa. How Kappa was just, hey, you know what? He just get manhandled and he just threw after that. Like, that's how, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, he's basically, for him, it might be, now you guys see the end zone view. He's just got to get into the line of scrimmage a lot quicker. Mm-hmm. Don't allow Isaiah Pacheco to have that big of a gap to run through. You got to get to the line of scrimmage quicker. It's hard. It happens so quickly, especially with Trey Smith getting off of that defensive tackle so easily. But realistically, that defensive tackle should have done his job and actually closed that gap down. So it is more on the defensive tackle, in my opinion. But I'd like to see Pratt just be a little bit quicker to the line of scrimmage and close the amount of running lane that Isaiah Pacheco had. And so you just got to be a little bit quicker because you see him here. I'd like to see that it's a clear handoff. You're a linebacker. Gets that line of scrimmage as quickly as possible.
The good thing with us, for the most part, as long as we stay healthy, he'll have the opportunity to be a lot cleaner. Someone like Adam Butler, and even Wilkins, if he gets healthy, that.
See the problem is, I know people want him to pull the trigger there, but it's almost like that play where we commended him for being patient, because in that play, Pacheco had 2 gaps to go to. Mm-hmm. He could have went. He could have went. Committed. Yeah. So he made Pacheco commit, and then he shot the gap and made the tackle. Right there, he was trying to do the same thing, but that D lineman, he didn't do nothing with Trey Smith. That was a fly hitting the windshield on your car. Like, he just rolled right through, dude. So at that point, it's like, dang. Well, now what can I really do?
Yeah. So, and that's why you see my note down there. It's not his fault.
Yeah.
Because it's more on that interior defensive lineman. I would just like to see Pratt just make quicker contact, closer to the line of scrimmage, to just kind of close up that running lane as much as possible. But yeah, like, it's more of this interior defensive lineman's fault. He's got to be able to kind of basically keep his balance, stay on his ground, and honestly do a better job of getting into Trey Smith's chest and hold him. And so, but that's why I said in my note, like, not necessarily his fault, but I'd like to see him just kind of run Phil just a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
I think that play on its own, like, just isolated, wouldn't be too bad, but it's like we've seen it. It's like, is it a trend?
Yeah, I don't know. So Jonathan Studio, you're saying Germaine Pratt, overall grade, 110th.
I think it's great. That's the PFF,
110 out of 189, 122 out of 189. His coverage grade is good. Oh, it's run defense. Run defense grade is 63. Okay. 63. Coverage grade is 125. Yeah.
It's playing better in all categories except coverage. Okay. I appreciate that. But hard part is, no, man, I didn't see all 17 games. Tape doesn't lie. I cut up on these 2 games, but I saw clips of others to kind of just get some consistency. And so, but I appreciate you putting up the grades up there. Let's see, Jason, you're saying Pratt would be a huge upgrade to Diablo. Without question. He would be an upgrade from Diablo at this point. And so, okay. Where is he? My bad. He's at the top of the screen. He does a good job. Whenever the play goes away, you're not going to, it's rare that you're going to make the play at the line of scrimmage. So you're basically, you want to be patient to the opposite. Make sure that there is no cutback lane.
And yeah, that's what he did perfectly right there. You see him kind of chop step, make sure he didn't cut back.
I'll take that. That's what you want a backside linebacker to do when the play goes away. So I'll take that all day long.
For the most part, his pursuit's pretty good. As long as he feels like he's gonna be clean.
Yeah, exactly. As long as
I know, right?
As long as you don't got Trey Smith,
right?
Good.
Nah, man, you said looks kind of like a Tampa 2. They actually do run quite a bit of a Tampa 2. I got a couple clips of Pratt actually getting into coverage. So they do run a Tampa 2 here and there. Let's see, Chewy, you're saying Pratt's actually not that bad. They just had a really bad year last year. Not saying he's A1 like steak sauce, but Pete can build him up. Yeah, at the tail end of this, we're definitely gonna break down our opinion of it. I'm not bueno. Yeah, Bengals defense is terrible. Not sure what to think. So yeah, Bengals defense was bad. So we'll do it one more time. Again, good job. Be impatient. Play goes away. This is what you expect from an opposite linebacker.
Yeah.
We'll show the end zone view one more time and then get to the next play. All right, Robert Troy.
Boy handled his business that time. Oh boy, handled Trey Smith that time. Trey Smith on the ground.
I was just saying that. I was number 98.
Yeah, he handled him that time. He on the ground this time. Oh boy, was like cool.
And so Robert Troy said just not impressed by Pratt. Yeah, I mean, look, we're going through the clips. Definitely at the end, let us know kind of exactly how you feel. But we're definitely going to chop it up at the very end. Now, Nab, man, I know you said it, but hey, here's a little bit of Tampa 2. And what I like is that he's playing here kind of towards the middle. I think it would be him or possibly Landon Roberts. Robert White's last 3 seasons been solid. Not last season. And not even the season before that. I think it was when he was, God, was he on the Eagles and cut by the Eagles? I don't know. But last year, if you can find me some game film on Devin White last year, please send it. Because I looked. A lot of special teams work.
It's going to be AI.
Okay, so now we're looking at the Denver Broncos. And again, I like to group it up. We're going to focus mainly on his pass coverage so we get a good idea as to what his pass coverage looks like, but then we're going to look at his run defense. And so he's sitting there in the middle. And look, this is where, Nabman, to your point, a little Tampa 2 drop for you. Sit in the middle, does a good job, reads it, and gets out. Does a great job of dropping underneath that middle seam route. And as a linebacker, that's what you want to do. You want to be able to, and if you watch, I believe, if you watch Bo Nix's head, he's looking there. At the handoff, I don't know if I got the end zone view. I don't think I have the end zone view. So if you watch Bo Nix, watch his helmet. Through the handoff, his read is this seam route. That's his read. If it's there, you hit it. If it's not, then you get to your second progression. And so watch Bo Nix's head through the handoff. He's going to be reading that seam the whole way. He's reading seam there. All right. Seam's not there because you got Pratt. You got Pratt dropping, and now Pratt's sole responsibility is to get underneath that route. Do not allow Bo Nix to just fire a dart into that seam. You want him to put air underneath it so those 2 high safeties can now potentially close on it. You want to force that quarterback to put air underneath the ball so your safeties have a little more time to get there.
Yeah.
He does a good job. He drops quick, gets on his horse, gets underneath that route. Now, we'll say he doesn't stay with it too well at the top of the route. He does allow him to get a little open because if Bo Nix did see it, obviously, Bo Nix has run off the opposite arm.
Yeah, that's by then that's a tough throw. It
is tough.
Yeah, only Mahomes making that.
Yeah,
but you definitely want to kind of continue to stay underneath him a little bit because this receiver works back and Bo Nix puts it here. It's a touchdown. But does a great job dropping.
Yeah,
so I'll give it to him. This one, so one thing I have noticed, I have a couple clips, is I don't know if it may be contributed to, and Chris, we saw it before, Severe, I don't know if you were able to see it when we broke it down a little bit, but again, when he doesn't really know what's going on, he gets a little lazy.
Yeah.
And so where he gets caught is tight end drags. Going opposite way, right? Play action one way, and it's his responsibility to kind of get that dragging tight end going the opposite way. He gets a little lazy on it. And so I don't know if it's this exact one. Remember, I've clipped almost 50 plays, so it's hard for me to remember exactly which one. But you got a tight end drag on this one. And you want to be just a little more physical. I'll go back just so we can see it. So you got him here. He sees the tight end. You want him just to be catch him a little bit quicker, be a little more physical.
Yeah.
It's not too bad because the corner is still sitting. You basically got they're basically playing a hybrid cover 2 on the back end. And so you have this corner. You're going to stay with this receiver. You're going to stay with them until you get a threat. Yeah. The moment you see a threat, this corner is going to branch off and take this underneath route. All right. And so then at the end of the day, you either going to Pratt's responsibility is either get him if he curls up, or if this guy misses,
help out.
Now you're pursuing. But I just want him to see a little bit quicker, get some more hands on that tight end.
Yeah.
But not bad. But want to see a little bit quicker. Raider Pete, man. Raider Spillane, Chase on Diablo at full health under Graham and Carroll. Spillane, Chase on Diablo at full health under Graham and Carroll, or White, Roberts, Pratt. All new, all 1-year deals. With nobody cuffed. Chase on Diablo and at full health under Graham.
Which one you would prefer?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's just
Chase on's
more of an edge.
Yeah,
more of an edge.
I don't think that's a good comparison.
Yeah, Chase on is more of an edge, but I'll be honest, I still would take Spillane, Chase on. Diablo's the tough one, man. Diablo's a tough one. Shit, that's a good one, Raider Pete. We might have to go back to that one. That's a tough one. I don't know. Who would you take? You tell me.
For me, if it's like if we're looking at for just one season, then I'm taking Spillane, Chase on, and Diablo.
Yeah, I was about to say.
If you're looking at team building, then I'm going with that second group of guys, because you're not handcuffed to any of them, and you can upgrade via free agency or the draft, which we punted on this time, so you can't say we definitely will, because we probably had an opportunity to do it this draft and we elected not to. But one season, I'm taking the top one, but just in terms of building a team and keeping your financial house in order, probably that second group.
Let's say I would take the top one because look, White is freaking suspect right now. I mean, again, guys, I tried to chop up a little bit of that Texans season last year, and I could not find him.
Yeah,
in the one game that he had 6 tackles.
Find him at all.
The one game he had 6 tackles, I was like, okay, maybe this is one I could take a look at.
Calm down.
I was like, maybe this is a game I could take a look at. All his tackles were on special teams.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it. Like I just wasted 45 minutes trying to find his ass.
And all right, you'll find him this year. You'll find him this year.
I hope so. I hope so.
Salute to Jeff. I'm with Jeff. ACB.
Man. Yeah, man.
2025.
Special teams, man. Hey, you know what? That is the third phase of the game. Okay,
calm down.
It is. Where's he at? Hold on.
No one did great, and since we paying him in pork rinds and Kool-Aid, so we can not like we care. Where are you playing at? We can play on special teams. We can do whatever we need to.
Yeah. Alec M. Chin's gonna knock fools off. Okay, so look, I had clips of Chin ready to go. We're gonna hit it up today, but because of the news of Pratt, I decided to go with this because you never know. He can get signed tomorrow to somewhere else, and we missed the opportunity. But I got clips of Chin, so make sure you hit that notification so you know when we do that, because that one's interesting. It's going to tell a story. I'm just letting you know. And so, all right, we'll get to the next one. Let's see. All right, so he's right here. This one's a good breakdown, and this is him again. Looked like kind of dropping into zone coverage, but does a good job of coming up and making tackles on the running back. So he's here. The zone coverage.
Good tackle.
Good, he's
a short tackler for the most part, at least from what I see.
And that's how you got to approach it, right? It's still somewhat open space. You're still far enough away from the sideline where that running back can make a move, get up that sideline. And so good breakdown, secure that tackle. So I'll take that. Again, looking more at just his pass coverage ability and him being able to be efficient in the passing game. All right, let me see. I want to make sure. Raider, why you're saying next year's draft, we have to get a linebacker in day 2 of the draft. Man, should have got a linebacker day 2 this year. But we'll see. Robert, man, you hate Pratt. All right, I feel you. Praying ain't all that. But we're not saying that because trust me, there's bad stuff too. There is. We're showing it. So you just can't overlook 148 tackles. Can't overlook it. So you definitely want to do your homework just to see what does that look like. All right, so this one, another pass play. Then we're going to jump into the run plays in just a little bit. Good zone drop and good close. So he's right here. They're going to drop into zone coverage. We'll kind of run it through. Good communication. So he gets he gets hit up a little bit in the end. But the thing is that good zone drop. You can watch Bo Nix's helmet. Bo Nix is looking that way the whole time. Play action. He's looking to the sideline. He does a good job rerouting just a little bit.
Pass.
Knows where his help is. He takes away the sideline. He's not going to allow anybody to get up the sideline. Knows where his help is. Forces it back inside. He's able to help out on the play. So I'll take it. At the end of the day, he forced him to his help. The last thing I would want to see is he gets kind of shaken a little bit, running back gets to the sideline, and now he's gained 15, 20 more yards up the sideline. So did a really good job of forcing it to his help, which you want to see out of a linebacker. But good drop in coverage. It's a good rep for him, in my opinion. I want to make sure I kind of get to everybody. Let's see. All right, I just want to make sure I get to many people that see that week is this compared to what week is this compared to the KC game? This is week 16. Okay. KC was week 10. This is week 16. All right, so this is a good drop into zone coverage again, but good job. In my opinion, just drop into the seam, and I'll break this thing down a little bit. He's here on the hash. And you'll watch Bo Nix's eyes if I remember correctly. Watch his eyes and where he wants to go with the ball.
Yeah.
So he wants that seam. And so you'll watch his eyes again. They'll go back to the eagle eye. So here he wants the seam. His eyes are pointed this way, and that seam route's coming. Here's the thing: is Pratt does a really good job. Gets on his horse and bails out and gets that seam to try to undercut it. He's here. I just like the fact that he gets out of stance and he gets in that seam as quickly as possible. He's on his horse and he gets there. And so, in my opinion, just good rep. Good rep. Again, a lot of knocks on his pass coverage. Hopefully this is a sign. At least we see some good in Kansas City. We see some good against the Broncos. Hopefully it remained consistent throughout the season. Hard to tell. But based on the game's film so far, not as bad as some people have kind of made it out to be. But again, it's just 2 games. All right. So I'm not saying it's not. Let's see. Chewy, he's too locked in on the quarterback on that play. So I don't know if I'm behind too much. I might be behind pretty bad.
You're behind.
My bad.
I think it was on.
If you guys,
I think it was going to play with the boot action where you missed the cutback.
Got it. My bad. I'm gonna try to catch up, guys. If you can, remember, hit that hashtag Raiders because I'm gonna keep scrolling. Hit that hashtag Raiders if you got a comment because I'll keep scrolling because I definitely want to keep up with the comments with the play. So. Elvie, what's going on, man? Appreciate you tapping in with us. We're just going over Germaine Pratt. Guys, make sure you guys go hit up Elvie Raider. Hit up his channel, show some support over there. Okay. All right, cool. Hey, this is an interception. All right. He's down here showing a little bit of a blitz. You just watch him. Gets on his horse.
It's a good play.
It's a good play. You'll see end zone view. He's showing blitz. Bo Nix does somewhat of a quarter roll to his right a little bit. He opens up. It's an interception. A little bit of semi-luck too, all right? Because if you watch his helmet, right? If you watch Pratt's helmet, he doesn't necessarily locate that crossing tight end. So he doesn't necessarily see that tight end crossing. A little bit of luck, but it's a good job him getting on his horse and being able to actually get into a passing lane over there.
Yeah. I mean, he's reading the quarterback's eyes, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like he can feel, like he has in that situation, it looks like he has a feel for it because he's almost mirroring that guy, like exactly where he's at. And Bo Nix didn't see him at all.
No. So it's a good drop. It's a good drop. Way to get into a passing lane. Severe, like you said, reading his eyes. And so he's able to create the turnover.
That was it. That's the easiest pick.
Right.
Yeah.
Trevon Merrick would have dropped that,
though. Oh, shit, Jason. God damn it. Let's see. Good analysis. Pratt does have some mechanics that needs to be fixing, but he could be a role player. Yes. He's not perfect by any means whatsoever, but it's also compared to what we have currently in the linebacker room. And the last year of his contract was around $8 million. We got the salary cap. We got some question marks. So we'll definitely we'll wrap it up and kind of give us our take. So we got a couple more pass plays, and then we get into the run side of things. Oh, sorry, man. I just kind of threw this one in here. This is against the Browns again. I'm going to go back to the Broncos. This is against the Browns. And here's the thing. It's another example of the tight end kind of leaking out of the backfield, play action one way, and sometimes he's just a little late to get there. He's a linebacker at the top of the screen here. Sometimes he's just a little late. He's just a little late. You want to see him close just a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because
go downhill. Go downhill now.
And so just want to see a little more. It's nothing. That's not bad, but you want to see just a little more quicker reaction to him.
Yeah. Was that Njoku?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I looked at it. I mean, the thing is that I want to see him go against some decent tight ends because that's probably the role he'll play when he's with us, right? He's probably going to be more locked onto some tight ends, and so he's here. This is the Browns again. And again, just want to see. And this is where it's like in some cases, he actually looks like he's got some speed, but then some, it's like he's just slow to get there. Now, I believe this is week 6 of the season. So again, he's down here. You want to see him to be able to just kind of get on his horse and get to that tight end just a little bit quicker instead of, the back out of the backfield. And he's allowed to be about an 8-yard gain. You want linebackers to kind of get a little bit quicker.
I think that was Amari.
Is it Amari?
Yeah. And this is something Chip Kelly would do too. That's Amari. That's a wide receiver. He ain't getting there. he ain't getting there.
I don't think that was
it's 19.
Oh, really 19?
I don't know. I thought it was.
It might have been. I'm just trying to.
I don't know what number Amari Cooper was.
Yeah, I thought he was like. No, that might be. Actually, is that? Yeah, I forgot. Honestly, it might be like Jamari Thrash or something or whatever his name is. One of them young dudes.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's actually.
That's a wide.
That's actually.
Yeah.
That's my end, but that's my bad. I thought it was a tight end, so maybe we can erase that from our memory. That's my bad. So let's go to the run plays. I thought that was a tight end. That was more receiver type. So yeah, that is hard to get there. Yeah, let's have some fun with the run. So again, going against the Broncos.
Cedric Tillman.
Cedric Tillman.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the run. He's here at the top of the screen, close to the hash. We'll play it all the way through. I think I have the end zone view as well.
There you go. There you go. He don't be wanting smoke, man. You don't be wanting smoke.
Yeah, he's right here. It's just he struggles with that misdirection a little bit with that lead blocker coming through.
Yeah.
Or that pulling blocker. Gotham City Raider, you didn't show the Derek Carr pick in the playoffs. No, I did not show that. No, I did not. Appreciate you popping in with us, though. We're just going over Germaine Pratt. But I just don't like his body language kind of through this play a little bit. When he misreads it and at the very tail end, it's just tough. I just don't like the body language at the end of it.
Yeah.
But
to me, more than anything, it looked like that was poor eye discipline. He's confused because it looked like he was following. Not like, I don't know if he was necessarily not trying to be in the play, but it looks like he got fooled. See, he's like going that way. So I don't know if he thinks that guy has the ball.
He's following 84.
Yeah. So he just looks like just poor eye discipline more than anything.
And what's in basically on this play, what isn't good is he's not understanding or seeing what's happening in front of him, right? Yeah. There's just a tight end. Yeah. There's only a tight end. This receiver goes in motions, then he bounces back. So he bounces back, he retraces back. You have a corner and safety on top. So you can play the run all day long. You have time to basically scrape down, look for any cutback. And if it is play action, then you can delay and get back to help out on Bo Nix potentially taking off because you only have a single tight end. You have a corner and a safety on top. So it's understanding where your help is versus what the formation is. And to me, it just feels like he doesn't see it. And so that's why he committed so much to this receiver trying to leak out to the backside. And again, that all that guy is to truly hold that linebacker.
Yeah.
And he sucked into it.
Yeah.
That's all the tight end, that's all that motion does is it holds the backside linebacker. And he allowed it to happen, unfortunately. No, I do not have footage of him against us last year.
All pro.
I know. Yeah, because that was when we had
I think that was Ritter. Yeah, I think Ritter.
Yeah, that was Ritter, yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a tough one because you ain't respecting no pass that game.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That was nasty work.
Let's see. Just want to make sure. Let's see. The guard never changed direction. That's his keys. Yeah, and it sucks though, Jason, because I'm telling you, like, offensive schemes, the way offensive coordinators, they like to run misdirection, especially with the linemen as well. So it does make it tough. But that tight end motion or that tight end getting to the backside is strictly to hold that linebacker, and he fed right into it, unfortunately. Who's the lesser of two evils, White or Pratt? Red or Hawaii? I'll take Pratt at this point. Because Pratt, you kind of know what you're going to get. Devin White, you ain't know what you're getting. That's just my opinion.
A Pro Bowler.
As in professional, a professional bowler? Like, is that what you mean? You can go down to the lane if you want to.
Y'all gonna
all right.
Alone, man. Y'all gonna leave him alone. Nobody's safe if he balls out. I'm just letting y'all know.
I don't think anybody is. We're gonna go live, and Severe and I will just kind of sit back. Now, again, here my thing is, I have, like I said from the beginning, I have no clue what Devin White's gonna do.
No, I don't either. Honestly, I'm
I don't know. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be shit.
I'm saying by chance he does ball out, I'm on y'all's head, man. I'm on y'all's head.
Hey, look. It's Devin White or Tommy Eichenberg. You know, I'm the biggest Devin White fan in the world right now, bro. You know, I got
If Eichenberg ball out, you can't show your face.
I got the
nowhere.
LSU. I got the LSU jersey ready. You know, I'm be like Turf when Turf came out with that Gardner Minshew jersey. That's
like what?
That's gonna be me with the Devin White LSU jersey.
Oh man.
I like him. You're saying been a while since White played at a high school level. That's brutal.
At a high
That's
level.
brutal.
At a high level.
Jason Downs, I'm gonna lock you in. I'm gonna screenshot that your CBA on the next one. All right. So look, for me, again, it's just bad gap discipline. By Pratt, I believe. He does a good job of changing the lineman's assignment. You know, it just kind of goes to show he is still more that captain on this defense. So he's moving guys around. Good. You're seeing it. You have your assignment down, but you move this guy over and you miss your assignment.
He
wasn't a big fan of this one.
Smoke, man.
Look, he moves him over.
He's a smoke-free establishment.
And what the hell is this?
Look, right there to go. And then he see Big Boy get free watch. He's like, he is a smoke-free establishment.
I was like, you can't move your big man over
and then do that.
You don't get to your gap.
Yeah.
Like
Big 74 was pissed. Big 74 wanted that smoke. He was pissed.
What up, Pillager for phone? What's going on, man? You see what I'm saying? Like that one frustrates me, especially as again, you guys know playing linebacker the majority of my life. You don't move a lineman over and then you just bounce around when when the gap.
I got this. I got this gap. Scoot over. I got this.
Like that's a gift right there.
What's cold is that we see 74 want to smoke. 74 didn't want no smoke either though. 74 didn't want to run. He instantly started
that's why he mad. Because he's like, look, you right there. Why you running from me?
Look, he instantly started double teaming. And then he tried after the fact. He go, let me try to make the line, bro. You wasn't trying to get to that second level. He was not trying to get there.
He wanted some contact.
He was free and clear. He could have went straight up field and toe Pratt up.
Like I'm sorry, like that you fly. Yeah. Like that is a prototypical. This isn't even necessarily a misdirection. Like Bo Nix is under center. This isn't in shotgun. Sometimes in gun, when you have a mobile quarterback, you're gonna be a little more hesitant, right? They could run a read option, whatever it may be. No, Bo Nix is under center.
Yeah,
and he makes his handoff going downhill. As a linebacker, if you're a headhunter, you're taking this kid out the line of scrimmage. I mean, it's a gift with that gap right there.
You got to pull the trigger.
He did that bounce again too. He did that bounce. He does that little.
He got to pull the trigger immediately, especially as soon as he sees 74 start moving. Like 74 is not even. He ain't got it. As soon as you see him, like bam, but I'm right there.
He wanted no parts of that before though.
Man. Like look, you got to be, you got to be out there. You got to play rebellious. No, you got to take the back door on that. You got to
pause.
Man, you feel me?
Like that's. I used to tell my linebackers, and whenever when I played and I review my own game film, it's like that's a gift.
Yeah,
you slap you slap the D lineman over. You're covered. The only guy that's going to come and get you is here, basically, pretty much, especially in his own scheme. And here's the thing: this is a gift right there.
Yeah.
You got to fly, and you got to take his ass out.
That's a TFL waiting to happen. That's a TFL waiting to happen.
That's the type of shit that just frustrates me. My two, what's up, man? I appreciate the super chat, brother. I appreciate you. Raider Show family. I'm telling you. So
he did hit Buddy kind of hard though.
I mean, he hit him like he was ready to
like he was gonna go get something.
Exactly.
I got this.
Like he was about to come like a bat out of hell.
Yeah.
He was. You
so
keep him off me. I got this play. I got this gap.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's like he's galloping SoCal. Exactly. And so to me, it's tough. Like, and just so you guys know, look, I'm not trying to share a narrative that's like all these guys are good, or if we're going to do film, they're good. No, like there's good and bad and everything. And so we're just going to try to paint the more realistic picture. And I try to clip plays once I see some consistency about it. Like now we're seeing that he kind of hops around a little bit. If he doesn't read it right, he's hesitant a little bit. And so let's go with this next one. This was tough. He's a linebacker here. And here's my thing. Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy. And this one's just not a bad look. He pushes everything down. He gets in trouble. Don't get lazy.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
I'm done with him, bro. I'm done. I'm out. I'm out. What's that button? The X Factor or whatever? I'm hitting it, man.
We're gonna break this thing down. You might be out. I'm not so far out on.
You can't get that. Yeah. How you get 2 guards on you at the same or 2 O linemen on you at the same time, like back to back? Right? It's like, what are y'all doing up front? What the hell is going on?
I know.
It's like,
oh man,
that's why.
Oh man,
it's like, come on.
Trade. He said, forget this.
So I mean,
boy,
man, what up, Dre?
Like, boy already pointed at him. Like, look, bro, whoever in front of me is not about to be out school at all. I'm coming straight for you, 57.
But and here's the thing, right? What up, LS? What's happening, man? You came just in time. You know, LS is gonna have comments on this one. But like, here's the thing: is we've seen it, right? He'll come up, he'll have run stops. I mean, he can work side that sideline at times. Like, there's a lot of positive, but then there's those moments that you get like this where you just see the laziness. It's like he gets stuck. He knows he's not going to have much of an impact. You want to see him get off this block and continue to scrape down the line of scrimmage, with some intent, with some sort of intention of getting to the ball carrier. And it's almost like he's like, I don't know. And I'm going to let that guy
trying to get down there. Like, well, look, that's why he got toe up. He was trying to get down there. It's just that he got 2 offensive linemen running free. Look, they both running free. What you want me to wrestle with 2 of these hogs? Solo? Like, what you want this man to do right here? Because he took on the initial guy, kept his feet, and then tried to pursue down line. And he got earhole for it.
Man.
Like, I'm not mad at that, man. He did.
Oh, I'm mad at it. You don't get your ass pushed on the ground, point blank, period. I get trying to take on 2 guys, but you don't get your ass pushed on the ground. Like, keep fighting through. He sees them. Yeah. It's basically one after another. It's tough. So he sees them, but
but the reason why he got pushed on the ground is because he's disregarding those guys. He's going straight down line. He's trying to get to the ball carrier. So if he would have tried to like wrestle with those dudes, that's part of the reason why I think he got pushed on the ground, because he's not really. After he did discarded that first guy, he's going straight down to the line, and old boy is like, okay, this is what we doing. I'm gonna throw you out the club now.
So here's my thing: is it just kind of goes to show he's probably not as athletic as you look at the game film. Like, he's not extremely athletic, right? And so a more athletic linebacker would probably see the second guy and possibly dip underneath those hands a little bit. Just avoid giving that second offensive lineman his entire chest, right? You're going to try to avoid that some way, somehow.
You didn't give him his chest? Oh, boy, he just took him. That's all shoulder. That's shoulder action right there, man.
I'm sorry.
That's head and shoulders.
I guess I'm with you. Look at this way, and look, the 805's on your side, Severe. See, 805, you're supposed to be on my side. You're supposed to be on my side.
Yeah,
I get it.
It's nothing you could have did right there, man. Ray Lewis would have been on his ass on that play. It's nothing you can do. You got to look at this. Look at this spill shot right here. What do you want this man to do right now?
Underneath it. Once he sees him, dip underneath his hands. And maybe it's because I was like a smaller linebacker, so I had to use my quickness to my advantage to have some success. And so maybe that's just me talking, my own perspective. But just got to dip underneath him a little bit. But my bad.
Short of throwing a roast beef sandwich on the ground to distract these big, like, there's nothing this man could have did right there. Like this.
I get it. All right, I'll give it to you. What up? Lunatic's back. What's happening, man? What's going on? All
Yeah, all 4 of those was off the ground after he got pushed. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes was all in flight. They're all midair.
So this one, it's the end of the half, right? So it's the end of the half, and one of the things you want to see is really just there's not a whole lot you can clip when it's the end of the half. You know that they're just trying to go downfield possibly, or just try to set up a play that's going to have try to get bunch yards in one play. And so, but when I saw this, it does look like maybe he's got a little more speed than we saw. So again, it's trying to tell a little bit of a story. When we saw him against the Chiefs earlier in the live, he could not hawk down Mahomes from behind. If you can't chase Mahomes from behind, I struggle with your speed. Mahomes ain't fast. He's just elusive. But on this one, he's a linebacker here. He actually does a pretty good job. This offensive play is what some offensive coordinators like to do at the end of the half, at the end of the game, when you're not necessarily in like Hail Mary type of situation. You try to get one receiver to the opposite side with a bunch of blockers in front of them and basically make it like a punt return, kick return type of situation. And so you got him as a linebacker. He does a good job of chasing this receiver to the opposite side of the field. He shows a little bit of speed here. And so maybe he does have the ability to kind of hawk some people down. So he's right here. Does a decent job. That's
good tackle.
Again, not saying he has all the speed, but based on what we saw with him and Patrick Mahomes, I do question a little bit as to where he can get and how quickly he can get there. Hey, you just wait. All right, LS, you just wait.
Jacob Parrish from the linebacker.
Jacob
Parrish would have dipped under those 2 offensive linemen, tied their shoelaces, made them trip over themselves, and then made the tackle.
Remember the name, God damn it! You remember the name, LS. We trust me. Next year's mock draft. Oh man, I'm giving y'all shit. That's all I got to say. It's all gonna work out.
You gave us shit this year.
It's gonna keep rolling. It's gonna keep rolling. God damn it. Yeah. All right, we're gonna put that up there. Jesus Christ. All right, we're gonna go to the next one. We got a handful left. Again, we're talking about. I think now.
You take that back. Let's see. You take that back.
Let's go. All right. Here is at linebacker. Look, a lot of times you talk about communication. You want linebackers that are able to communicate, keep the communication prior to plays. That means you're understanding what's going on. We just saw him. Unfortunately, he didn't sustain his gap, but he moved over his interior defensive lineman. So he sees things. It's always moving. And so you have him here. He does a good job. He actually slides down with the motion. He keeps his communication. And you can see he points to his backside safety. He's basically saying, look, in this type of situation, they're in double tight. They're in a very tight formation. And so most likely these linebackers, when you're a double tight type of formation, these linebackers are read and run all day long. They're most likely in probably a cover 3, which means this safety is most likely to be that extra linebacker that comes up into the box. And so he's pointing them down. You got motion. It keeps it a balanced formation. This safety's got to help with run support. And I think that's what he's waving them off to do. And so, unfortunately, the safety's there. He's there late, but I just wanted to kind of point this one out because a lot of times we struggled. We saw it, maybe not last year. No, we saw it last year. There was a lack of communication on our defense.
Oh, yeah.
And there was multiple times in the film that you see him doing a lot of communicating, a lot of pointing. And so it's definitely something we want to bring to this defense if we do bring him on. I do think that's what he does bring. And so, again, he doesn't necessarily make the play, but you can just see motion. He's communicating to his teammates. He understands what's going on. Looks like he over pursues a little bit, but he's expecting that safety to come up and help in the box, which I think that safety was just late to do it. All right, let's see. Let's go to the next one. This one, my notes on here looks like he has good discipline, so he's now here on this near hash. We'll go end zone view. Actually, I'll go Eagle sky view one more time. It's a good step up into the gap. Hard part is look how upright he is again.
Right.
He continues to play upright. I think that kind of hinders him a little bit. But good play, but he's still just so upright. He's bouncing all the time.
Bounce.
Yeah. Bounce.
That's a bad habit.
Like if 84, all right, this guy that pulls, if 84 actually locates him sooner and actually gets a hold of him, I could see him taking him out of the play with him being so upright.
Who's 84? Is that old boy? Is that Vele?
No, I think Vele was like 17.
Oh, okay.
So good play. Again, just kind of a little too upright.
Yeah, it's blasphemous right there, Dre. I want to know.
Bring Seal more back. Oh man, Falcons got stupid paying Diablo so much. Yeah, they paid him some money.
Tell you, Diablo's not as bad as people say.
Nah, man. All right, you're saying why would he even be over there? Though, if you look at the play again, he left a huge opening for a slip out the back or tight end. Are you talking about the previous? I'm guessing you're talking about the previous play. What time was that? 6:51.
Sometimes it's film study.
Nah, man. Are you talking about this one with the communication? Let me know. Yeah. Oh, you said prior. Okay. So I'm guessing it was this one. Why would he even be over there, though? If you look at the play again, he left a huge opening for a slip out back or tight end. Let me see. Are you saying an opening on the backside here? Because remember, I think you over pursued a little bit, thinking that 27 was going to help fill in the box.
Yeah.
Because that's it. I mean, he doesn't have a responsibility for a back or a tight end to slip out to the backside of that play. So, if that's the one you're talking about. So let me see. This is the one we kind of just went over. Okay. Again, like I said, when we looked at the Chiefs, I also like to really find goal line plays where we're close to the goal line. I want to see what kind of player you are on the goal line. You know, what kind of tempo do you bring on the goal line? And so he's right here. Obviously, they're inside the 10-yard line. You want to play aggressive. Comes down the hill.
Oh, dang. Gotta make that. Gotta finish that.
You got to finish this. I like the aggressiveness, but I also like his ability to come back.
Yeah.
And still get involved in the play.
See, look, he wasn't scared of 77.
Or he was, and he wanted to beat 77 to a spot. He's like, I ain't gonna mess with you.
He shot that gap smooth. That's what we wanted him to do on that play where he moved the boy out the way.
Exactly. Where was it that time? I'm with you on that. But what I will say, the only thing I'll say to this is a very similar formation. Very similar formation to the previous play. Bo Nix is under center. He probably went to the sideline. Maybe the linebacker coach, whatever it may be, he looked a little bit of film on the sideline, and he recognized the same type of formation, a tight formation, Bo Nix under center, and he kind of knew that play was coming, and this is his opportunity to shoot the gap. So maybe it's just him doing some film study on the sideline and shot to him for just kind of having that memory for it.
Yeah, the Aiden O'Connell Microsoft Surface tablet. and he was watching it.
So yeah, that's how we wanted him to shoot the gap last time. So missed tackle, but at the same time, good job recovering and be able to get out there. And I love the fact that if you look at the end of the play, I don't know if you see it here, but you definitely see it on top. At the end of the play, he's trying to swipe at that football. He's trying to rip that football out and cause that turnover.
Oh yeah, he tried to punch it. I saw it.
Which is beautiful.
Yeah.
So Raiders leadership, son of a coach. Is Pratt a son of a coach? Let me know. I wasn't aware of that. All right, we got just a few more. Okay. This is him going doing a really good job going downhill, scraping downhill, getting to the line of scrimmage. Now I'm just gonna preface it. He doesn't make the play, but what he does is he does a very good job of influencing the ball carrier to his help. And so he's right here. He moves down with the motion.
See, look, hey, he want all the smoke. Give me the smoke. This is hookah time. It's hookah time for Germaine Pratt.
So do you remember the previous play where I wanted him to hold the line of scrimmage a little? I wanted him to hold line of scrimmage better, and he just kind of got blown off the line of scrimmage a little bit. He got kicked out. And I'm like, you got to just be stronger at the line of scrimmage to, at the very least, allow that running back to run in the back of his own lineman or whatever. You know, like you may not be able to make the play, but at least hold that line of scrimmage to where you're forcing that running back to make a move instead of just allowing that running lane to open up, and that running back can continue on his path. You want that linebacker to be able to, even if you're going up, if a lineman has a good angle on you or whatever, you want him to at least be able to hold that line of scrimmage and make that running back have to make a cut in the backfield. And more importantly, make that running back cut to your help. And this is what he did.
Boom. There you go.
And he picked up his boy.
Exactly.
How you do it.
It's like he was pursuing with a purpose right there.
Yeah.
Like he got on his horse and was going.
And here's the thing is, I love it when you kind of watch linebackers, right? You look at these two guys, watch the way they move. They move in unison. They move together. And that's one of the beautiful things when you see linebacker play, when your two inside linebackers are moving together, that means that when they get to that ball carrier, there's a good chance that they're going to be able to close and force each other to bottle them in. Right. And so watch these two linebackers, the way that they move and the way they pursue. It's beautiful.
They even bouncing at the same time. Pause if necessary.
So I like it. Again, doesn't make the play, but influences the ball carrier to his help, which that's half the battle sometimes. It's a team sport. LS, how much would Pratt likely cost us? We'll talk about the end. We'll kind of take a look, but I believe he was owed $8 million for the last year of his contract. So owed $8 million. We got the salary cap if we need help in this linebacker room. No one destroys a run lane better than Landon Roberts. Hey, and we'll talk about that too, because it's talking about the linebacker room in general. We'll talk about that. Only got, I think, 2 more plays left. Bueno, hope we take him if he's cheap. Caleb Daniels, man, appreciate the super chat, brother, man. Let's see. Can you give your thoughts on Brandon Lloyd? The NFL posted a highlight of him today. It brought back memories.
He was nice.
Of what I remember of Brandon Lloyd, I mean, he's a solid ass player. Shit.
I remember the Broncos. Only teams I really remember him with are the Broncos and the Patriots. I remember he played for a bunch of teams though, but I remember with the Broncos for sure and with the Patriots. But I don't remember where else he played for. But he was, it's a solid receiver. He was a solid receiver, man. Just it's a pro's pro.
49ers too.
Niners.
Yeah, Isaiah just said 49ers too. That's right. He did play for 49ers.
Yeah, I think that's.
I mean, I think
that's where he started.
If I remember correctly, I mean, you know, he was never the most like dominant player, but you always had to know where he was.
Yeah, I feel like he had a couple solid years with the Broncos, though.
Yeah. I want to say that. One of the years with the Broncos, he went kind of crazy. One of the years with the Broncos, he went crazy.
Yeah, I think I do remember that.
I think was that the year? Pro Bowler. Maybe he went off.
Was that the? Yeah, was that the year? Was Josh there? Was that the year with Josh?
Ooh, was it?
It was because I was. That may have been a year before because.
What year did Josh get there?
What was he there? Was Josh there when Hugh Jackson was coaching?
Yes, because remember he drafted Tebow, and Tebow. That's the year they made the playoffs.
That may have been that may have been McDaniels then.
I don't know, man. That's crazy, man. But that's definitely bringing back a name, man.
Yeah.
You said NFL post some highlights on him, man. I mean, may have to go back and look at some of those highlights.
Crazy. That's a random person to post highlights.
It is, man. That's why he kind of caught me off guard. I'm like in defensive mode, and I'm like, Brandon Lloyd, that's the receiver, right? Yeah, that's crazy, man. But hey, I appreciate the super chat, brother. I definitely appreciate it. Yeah, man. All right, your key takeaways. I got a couple more. I'm gonna star that one. We'll kind of go back to it. Let's see. Isaiah doing some spectacular catches. Okay, I remember that. I do. Okay, I do remember. I think didn't he have some like crazy one-handed catch? Man, I could picture it, but I just can't remember if it was him.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, yeah. I said 49ers. Yeah, Taddy said Niners too. So look, this is a good scrape down the line of scrimmage. Again, we got two more plays, run plays. He's right here, and there's something I really like about this play with him. He makes tackle, which is good. Not the most impactful play, but again, when play goes away, when you're opposite linebacker, you're not expected to make the play at the line of scrimmage, right? I don't like the bouncing. He kind of gets back in that whole bouncing thing, but the one thing that I do like is that he doesn't get buried in the trash. That's one thing that I always teach my linebackers is even if the play goes away, you don't want to get buried in the trash. You get a lot of defensive linemen, offensive linemen, and next thing you know, you create bodies in front of you. Do your best to try not to create bodies in front of you when you're scraping down the line of scrimmage. And he did a good job of this, right? Play here. He didn't bury himself. There's a lot of guys that would bury themselves right into this trash right here, and now he can't recover to potentially make that play. And so he was patient. Sometimes it hurts him. We've seen it on the film, but because he's upright, he's bouncing. I don't like it. But again, doesn't bury himself, and he's able to at least make a play opposite of the line, on the opposite side of the field. So I'll take it. Good patience, but at the same time, just not a big fan of that hopping around. It just doesn't make much sense to me. But
is that Akeem Davis? That is. Is that a Akeem Davis? Akeem Gaither Davis? Or Akeem Davis Gaither? 59?
I don't know.
Yeah, Akeem Davis. I remember a year he came out. He came out of App State. I wanted us to grab him.
It looks like it. Davis Gaither?
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like it.
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, I remember a year he came out. I wanted us to grab him. He was out of App State.
You still want to grab him?
Cool. Cool.
All right, let's go. All right, last one. To me, he's right here on the hash. My note says good shed and run fill on ISO, so it's more of an ISO play coming right at him. Here he is on the hash. Moves down with the motion. This does a better job of just taking on the block on that one. So here he is. Better job taking on the block, still keeping your eyes up, able to locate the running back in all the mess, and still is able to actually have an impact and make a play on the ball.
Yeah, he kept his feet too.
One thing I do like, in all honesty, is his awareness is there pre-snap. That motion goes, he's the first one to move. And so he sees it. He's not late to react to a lot of it. Motion goes, he takes off. He's the first one to move. He's the first one to get set. So I do like the fact that he's constantly making sure that he's ready. But again, good job. Good awareness, eyes open, and being able to still close on the ball carrier and make the play. Taddy, okay, so we went over a lot of pass coverage with him. So we did probably around 15 to 16 pass plays, coverage plays against KC in the very beginning of the live. And then we did, I want to say, around 13 pass plays of the Broncos right before this. So make sure you go back and take a look at those. And the way that I do it is I'll put the pass plays together so you get a good, consistent look at what he looks like in pass coverage. And then I lump the run plays together so we don't jump around too much. So, but let's see. That is all right. That's the end of it. That's everything. We were going to do Jeremy Chin, but because of the news, we went ahead and broke down Germaine Pratt. Obviously, our linebacking room there's a lot of question marks. There's a lot of question marks on who is going to, start, who's going to be productive. Obviously, we know Landon Roberts is most likely going to be that starter, that green dot guy. I think we have some confidence he could be that downhill runner or the downhill linebacker. But Devin White, question mark. Amari Gaynor, a lot of people like him, but still question mark. Eichenberg, question mark. Jalen Smith, massive question mark. So there's just too many question marks. So with his production, it's at least worth a look to see, okay, what does this guy have? What can he bring to the table? So let me bring back Nabmans because I did start. Nabman, your key takeaways in this film study is if he makes the proper read, he's effective as hell. But if not, he gives up a bit. However, we got to put into account each play, how many snaps so far. Is he tired? The one thing I will say is he's probably not, only because that Bengals offense was pretty good and they were able to sustain some drives. I got to believe they did a pretty good job of keeping the time of possession fairly 50-50. I would assume. I didn't dive too deep into it. The only thing is you kind of think in chat, I'm going to ask you, would you want to bring him into this locker room, in his linebacker room, is you also got to remember sometimes you got to make up for the lack of talent around you. And the Cincinnati's defense was not very good as a whole unit. And so does that hinder some of his production or his ability to be like the missed tackles? Sometimes you have missed tackles, man, because you're trying to make tackles with a million people around you because D linemen are getting blocked into you. And so you're trying to attempt a lot of arm tackles with a lot of mess in front of you. So just kind of keep that in mind, but let's do this. Appreciate everybody rocking with us. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe at the same time. I got Chris, Protect the Show podcast. Make sure you guys head over there. If you're not on his channel, got The Severe Raider as well. And I'm 805 Real Talk Raider Nation, man. We hit you guys on Sundays and Tuesdays. We break down film now. It's a little dead, but also we break down in the middle of the season after each and every game. So guys, make sure you guys tap into that. And so, all right, so let's do this. Let's give our last takes on just what we like or dislike about Pratt and whether or not we want to bring him in to the into the locker room. So chat, let us know. Chris, I'm gonna throw it to you first. What's your thoughts? Do you think we should take a flyer on him? Again, I know cost probably is a big factor. If we could get him for around that, let's say it's around 7-8 million. We got, I believe, 32 million left in salary cap space. Would you take a flyer on him, maybe a 1 year, and bring him in for help?
I don't know. I'm really on the fence on him. Because I do feel, ex-captain, could provide some leadership. But it really bothered me just seeing some of the laziness out there. But then again, his D line, his front four play wasn't that good, except Hendricks, of course, is a beast. But I just feel like he showed good instincts at times. He did flash some good playing, but I don't know, man. That laziness, it just kind of turned me off a little bit as far as and then just taking on blocks sometime. He's Mr. No Smoke, he's a no smoke hotel, man. So
we saw a couple good ones.
There was a couple good ones, but I don't know, man. It's just he doesn't give me that because to me it's like his athletic ability isn't top notch. So it's almost like he's like a Denzel Perryman type linebacker, but without the dog in him. You know what I'm saying? At least Denzel had some dog in him. I don't.
Denzel would fly too.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't get that in him. Like Spillane had some dog in him, and you guys know, like I just like my linebackers have some dog. So unless it's real cheap, I'd probably pass.
And look, we got the downhill linebacker. We're also looking if we were to start somebody next to a Landon Roberts, he's got to be able to do fairly decent in pass coverage, right? He's going to be that guy that's most likely going to be over the tight end or what have you. So you probably want to bring in a guy that has those type of traits. And if you don't believe he's that guy, then maybe we don't pull a flyer on him and see what else we can produce in this linebacker room. So now, man, you're saying absolutely at 7-8 million. Severe, I'll throw it to you, man. Would you want to take a flyer on him? Again, we're probably assuming around 7-8 million. Maybe we could pull the trigger. What would you take? Would you take a shot at him?
Yeah, I'd probably take a flyer on him, man. Just because you guys know my feelings on my feelings on White and Eichenberg are well documented. Okay, I don't think I need to go into too much detail about that. So just to have an option to keep them off the field.
Keep them off the field.
Just more layers of separation between them and playing time. Just, but I like some of what I saw there. I like some of what I saw there. We talked about his intelligence, his leadership. We did see, the ability to read and react, to diagnose. Do we wish that sometimes he put the trigger a little bit quicker? Yes, but this last game, right? I know you guys had some issues with some of his effort in that. I think the Week 10 game where maybe he wasn't taking on blockers as aggressively as we would have liked. But we saw, this past game is Week 16 when we just looked at. Basically, when their season is over, I think the Bengals season was already a wrap. There was already not making the playoffs, and we saw the effort still in that game where he was what. He's putting his body on the line. He's in there, taking on blockers, trying to make tackles still. So the fact that he has that kind of, that kind of integrity as a player, right? He's not going to mail it in, even though it's basically playing for nothing. I think that's important. That could cost us. It could in the right situation. Sometimes there's people that just, hey, you know what? take a chill field, right? Take a chill field, but the fact that hey, right now it's all about competition. I think he's a guy that can come in here and compete. He's probably instantly our second best linebacker behind the Landon Roberts. So and that's it's not saying much. It's not saying much, but he's probably instantly our second best linebacker. So I wouldn't be mad at it. I mean, we giving Alex Kappa money, right? And I was here after the show and I saw 5 times as many good plays out of him than we saw all 2.5 hours out of Alex Kappa. So if we can pay Alex Kappa bum ass, I think we can get this dude a little chunk of change.
Yeah, Rock saying my drunk opinions pass on Pratt, man. If you happen to drink, salute to you. We'll have a drink with you. Raider Shooter said my issue is that he doesn't seem to know what he's going to do each play. Great then ugly, play to play. Now here's my thing, and this is kind of my take. Is a couple of things. I would hope the laziness didn't continue. Again, we're just looking at 2 plays and stuff like that. So hopefully the laziness doesn't continue. I don't like the fact that he gets upright very quickly and starts bouncing around. That's not a good sign, but you also didn't make 143, 148 tackles. You're flying somewhere in order to make that many tackles. And so I hope the laziness didn't continue. here's my other thing is we should, if Christian Wilkins is playing, we should have a dominant defensive line that's going to keep linemen off of him. And what we're seeing is that if we can keep him clean a little bit, then he'll be able to fly and have an impact role.
I agree there.
Where the Bengals defensive line just was not very good. And there was just a lot of times where, I mean, shit, 2 offensive linemen hit his ass and put him on the ground. I don't like that he was hit on the ground, but at the same time, 2 offensive linemen had free shots on him. It's like, that means someone else should be making the play. Like, that means D linemen aren't creating double teams and, stuff like that. And so it's like, if you could keep them clean for, 70% of the game, because we have a dominant defensive line that you have to double team. You got to know where Max Crosby and Christian Wilkins, Adam Butler, Malcolm Coots on the opposite side. Then he might be able to fly and eat all day long with a Landon Roberts. And I do think with Patrick Graham's system, if we start to see more of a 5-2 out of Patrick Graham, which it sounds like they're running quite a bit, I think that if we have 2 true run stoppers on that field, we can have a pretty deadly defense. And you look at what we have to face multiple times a year. We got the Chargers that now have Najee Harris and Amari Hampton. That's going to be nasty to deal with. You got the Broncos that just brought in J.K. Dobbins, which if he stays healthy, he's still a mess to deal with.
So when we play the Broncos, because it's a good J.K. is a good.
After
week 6,
if he stays healthy,
we good. After week 6, we good.
And you got the Chiefs, right? The Chiefs still have Isaiah Pacheco, which they're going to lean on that run game, and he's a hard runner. You know what I'm saying? And I think they still have Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt is still just a change the pace back. That's going to be able to just knock out 3-4 yards periodically throughout a game. So
Kareem was playing good last year, actually.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they shored up that offensive line a little bit, right? They still have a solid interior offensive line. So in my opinion, we have so many question marks in this linebacker room. You kind of know what you're going to get with Pratt. You're going to get exactly what you see on film, and if you can keep him clean with a solid defensive front in front of him, I think he'll eat all day long. And so if we can bring somebody in that's going to be another headhunter next to Landon Roberts and kind of set the tone, bring in a Jeremy Chin that's a little more athletic, that can fly sideline to sideline, I wouldn't mind it. I think he's, without question, a pretty damn good upgrade to this linebacker room. So at $7-8 million, I'd pull the trigger, in my opinion. What up, man? What's going on, Phil? Chris, man, make sure you guys go hit his channel up as well. Show some support over there, man. You came in a little bit late. We just went through Germaine Pratt's game film and kind of broke that down. Make sure you check it out, brother. But I appreciate you. But hey, Phil, Chris, Lunatic, if you're still in here, Genslinger, I haven't seen you, but man, if you watch this a little bit later, we got to link up, man. We got to link up and meet up at Parkway Tavern again and have a good time, share some beers. But that's kind of it, man. I think we're good. We went over the game film. We're going to do Jeremy Chin next, so make sure you guys hit that notification. We're going to break down Jeremy Chin, but if another player that pops up that we think could be a potential signing because it's in a position group that we need a little bit of help in, we'll try to chop it up and look at some film and see if it's something we want to bring in. So, we appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody. I think you're putting up the links, man. LS, I appreciate you. You got the, I don't know what interview that one is. I think, is that the?
He's on all of with Dub Raider.
Oh, awesome, man.
All 3 of ours.
Man, that's awesome. Make sure you guys go hit up Dub Raider, man. Go hit up his channel
Severe's
as well.
Was fire. Severe's came out today. His was fire with Dub Raider.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Definitely go check out that interview and check out Dub Raider's channel. And last but not least, if you guys are rocking out week 2, home opener,
it's going down.
Hit that notification because we're gonna be there and we're gonna rock out with everybody with the Raider Nation. Hit that notification so you do know where we're gonna be at. We're gonna have a good time, man. Legis, man, you still in the chat, man. We're gonna link up Parkway Tavern again, man. So we're gonna get out of here, man. We appreciate you guys.
Was his other account here today?
Oh, I mentioned it. Lunatic, where's that other account? Chris saw it though. Chris saw it. You saw it, man. Man. LS, you just said I hate that we even considering guys like Pratt. Linebacker room is in shambles. Hey, so look, based on the film, he's not bad. He's definitely got his flaws, but he would be an upgrade. So yes, it's a little bit tough, but we're gonna get out of here, guys. Hey, Chris, let everybody know what you got going on throughout the week and what you got happening.
Yeah, man, it's Protect the Shield podcast. You can see me on all. Oh wow. Well, anyway, Chris will Protect the Shield podcast on all social medias, man. So just make sure you guys check me out. Doing my show with my guys. Also my show with Dub Raider Fire. That's a crazy account, bro. That's crazy. That is insane. That is insane.
Chris, one last time. Nabman, hey, I'm gonna put the hat back up. Nabman, put the link or the Venmo to that lady again and a little bit about what's going on. Guys, Nabman's gonna put below Venmo. It's a family trying to get to their son's military graduation, I believe. And so they're trying to get a little bit of help. And so Nabman, put the Venmo in there again with that last 4. And if anybody can help out, that'd be the shit. So, but yeah, put it up while we kind of do the last shout outs. But Chris, man, finish up. My bad. I just want to.
Hey, you guys know where to find me, man. Just make sure you guys subscribe to my brothers as well, man. Subscribe to Dub Raider. He does fire interviews, man. He did the trilogy with all 3 of us, man. Our interview, and he did Severe's today, man. So just salute, man. Make sure you guys, catch us.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And Severe, let everybody know what's going on. If you guys are bringing back around the Shield, all that, let everybody know what you got popping throughout the week.
It was good, man. You guys know what it is. The Severe Raider here on YouTube, IG, Snapchat, TikTok, X, basically all social media, the Severe Raider. Rocking out with my guys, man. Sunday, Tuesdays. We bringing that fire content for you in the Raider War Room with 805 and my guy Chris from Protect the Shield. Also Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm rocking with my guy Pharaoh NFL with the 50/50 show, and we brought back around the Shield last week. So yeah, man, it's made its triumphant return. And if you haven't done so already, man, check out my interview I did with Dub Raider, man. It was a good one, man. He did a great job. Came out and hung out with your boy and my boys, one of my best friends at a bar he owns out here, man. So had a good time, man. Had a good time. Just make sure you check that out. As always, if you haven't done so, head over to 805 and head over to Chris, up to those guys as well. Hit those notification bells because you never know. Me and Chris, we might just hit y'all with a 2 a.m. live arguing about Jacobs or something.
Never know.
You never know.
You never know. Shit, do we have an I'm not Bruno and an I'm not Bueno? Do we got 2 now?
I think so, 2. Man.
We got 2 rocking.
We have a zombie hat in the chat as well. I thought this hat was dead.
Nah, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody checking in with us, man. I'm 805 Raider, RealTalk Raider Nation. I rock out with my guys. Sometimes I'll jump on some other lives if I can, if I got the time. Obviously crazy busy, but I'm here Tuesdays and Sundays with my guys in the Raider War Room, man. I do my own individual. Bueno, name change. Got it. I appreciate it. I do my own individual videos if news pops up, so make sure you guys check into those if you can. But, man, I love coming on with these guys because at the end of the day, man, when we chop it up and talk football, man, I respect what they say. I respect their opinion. I respect the chat as well. And this is kind of what we do, just kind of our way of being able to kind of show the nation a little bit of not just we talk about it, but at the same time, we have a little bit to give when it comes to just kind of breaking down the game film, because we do it during the season as well. After every single game, we also do a recap of the game on Sundays, but on Tuesday, we chop up the film and we break down the game. We put up clips and just kind of get a good insight when the games go down, because again, the tape don't lie, film don't lie. At the same time, like I always say, you get some gems like Sweet Feet and unblocked Hall of Famer Tyree Wilson. So we always say it, and film don't lie at the end of the day. So we appreciate you guys checking in with us. At the end of the day, make sure you guys, we don't know what you're going to come back with, Lunatic, after that Friday Live. We just did not know what was going to come of that. I'm just letting you know. You were switching up screens on us behind the scenes. I don't know what was going on. But hey, It was crazy, man. Hey, we appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, turn on those notifications. Have a great rest of your week, man. And shit, we'll see you guys on Sunday. We're out of here.